Ladies and gentlemen, no intro video today. No necessary videos in the beginning to waste everybody's time. Also, for some reason, my Streamlabs account, I don't know, I had to reset it or something, so all my videos I upload are not there, so... welcome everybody. Alright, I gotta go over to Rockfin now and hit the old gold live button, and we're live. Alright, cool. How you guys doing? Run Boston Bear, good to see ya. Alright, Sufanelli, good to see you. What's up, Nate? Alright guys, I just thought I'd check in today. Lots going on. And the first thing is, if anybody wants to call in, I'll put the, I'm gonna put that up here shortly. But, am I on the right channel? Let's see. Okay, here we are. Okay, cool. So, what up, Ted? Good to see you. I don't know. I just thought I'd ring in on this whole update for the TFE and my official statement and everything on that, if it matters. I think it does. I think that I looked into Flat Earth because I became more comfortable with the not knowing of what's going on and being okay with that. I think truthers seem to think that, like, you know, holding on to, like, finding something special that they know is being a truther, when reality, all, like, what a real truther is it's being okay with not knowing, because there's the official narrative that everybody's happy with, and then truthers come along and say, yeah, but it could be this, or it could be this, and it could be this. And that's uncomfortable for a lot of people, and it used to be for me. But as time went on, I just started thinking, yeah, you're right, it could be that, it could be this, who knows, who knows? And that's why I like being a quote-unquote truther, because it's not really about knowing the truth. It's about acknowledging that we don't know the truths and there are other possibilities. So that's where I'm at on the whole the whole results, excuse me, of the TFE. It's interesting, but I will say that I'm not in a hurry to hear an explanation. I know everybody's frantically, like, sharing these new models, but I don't know. That still seems strange to me. I still has a lot of problems, and I'm okay with not having that answered right now. You know, I don't know why we all feel this need to be like, okay, well, what do we got? What do we got? Oh, we got this guy. We got this guy over here with this model. Okay, cool. Let's hop into that real fast. There's got to be something there, and I think that's the biggest problem. And that truthers face with everybody else is that there always has to be an explanation. Otherwise, you're uncomfortable. There's this void. And that's what makes it hard for people to expand their minds, and, you know, for anything, like, you know, whether it's the news. Oh no, not my news. My news would never lie to me. And then when you realize that they do one day, that's tough, because you have to fill it with something. And generally, people will. They'll go from, well, MSNBC's lying to me, I guess Fox News is the one for me now. They don't lie. And then, you know, a year later, it's like, oh, maybe it's Tim Pool. Maybe he's like, and then you just go down the list, and you're like, it's a never ending if you're constantly looking for somebody to fill the information for you. Personally, I really enjoy having nothing there. I think it's fun. I think it's a good mind experiment. Um, it doesn't make me uncomfortable anymore. It used to. It used to. So, what do you guys want to talk about? Let's all go to Antarctica. Let's all go to Antarctica. Let's all go to Antarctica. Find ourselves some shills. I'm just kidding. So no Mad Libs today, guys. I didn't really feel like doing that. I just kind of thought I'd just free flow this. And I'm not even sure how long I'm going to do this, but depending on how it goes. Sometimes these music rants are fun. Yeah, MDB can call it. Let me. I'm just down to just chat and talk about what's going on. I'm trying not to get influenced by the community too much, because sometimes I feel like if I hear a lot of good points, then they manifest into my opinions. And right now, I'm just not really in the market for it, but like these things creep in, you know? So I highly encourage everybody, whatever opinion you have on the results of the TFE, like now's the time to like look inward and truly look at what you actually believe before we hop on the bandwagon of all these other ideas. Don't freak out. You know, you might have more insight, and just allow your curiosity to kind of go there. So I'll put that in the chat. Put it over on Rockfin too. What up, na? Over, did I say that right? Na. Hey. It's amazing people think they don't care. LOL. And I've always said it's not a globe, and it surely still isn't. Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, it's hard for me to fathom what's going on without it being a globe, though. The reflection thing, I guess, it just sucks. It's not a very good one. It's not very good. I remember Dave Weiss would always say, "Works on a flat Earth, works on a globe, and it's never been one that works on a globe and not on a flat." And this is one. Unless we're looking at a reflection, only in our wintertime, and then so I guess it would be there's all these fake, well, not, I guess, reflections of the sun in the southern summers, but in the northern summers, there's none. It's like the real sun. You guys, you know how crazy that sounds? Like, I don't know. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. I don't like any of this. I don't like it. I don't know. There's got to be an explanation, right? Here's a call-in link on the Rockfin side. I just put that in the chat. Also taking a song request. If you guys have any drive home songs you want to listen to. But I had 5 on its setting. ABC and Sean alike called it I owe them cookies. Dude, I put $300 on Bitcoin. I don't have that much money. Like, this is I was so confident. I'm so confident. honestly, I was confident. I'm just like, how can this work? It doesn't make sense. So I don't know. I don't know. I mean, you guys gotta admit, there's a part of you that's like, what have I just, I don't know. I'm having those, a little bit of those, am I the world's most gullible person kind of thoughts like I did like in 2017? And I don't like it. I don't like it at all. Didn't they say the temps were funky dependent on the sun's place in the sky? I don't know. Did they? I feel like it would be. I mean, if it was like real sun, fakes like apparent reflection sun, like yeah, like the temperature would probably stay consistent. I don't know. Do I know any? Oh, castles made of sand. I don't know. Fuck, I don't know that one. We got the moves by Electric Callboy. Who's that? Do I know any Johnny Cash? Yeah. All right. I'm gonna check out this Electric Callboy. I don't know it, and I can't listen to it without getting a strike or something. Johnny Cash. I hear the train coming, rolling down the bends, and I see the sun set. Wait, no, I've never seen it for his fucking 24-hour sun. I'm stuck in Antarctica with McToon and Dovey. But that sun keeps us spinning all around me. Rant time. I could do some rants. I don't know. I guess my biggest rant right now is I don't know. Ask me in 3 days. I'm having a lot of inner like thoughts about this whole thing in Antarctica, mainly because I lost $300 on Bitcoin. That's my biggest rant right now. How dare that not work out? I hope they like document it well and show that there's something off. If it is that model everybody keeps sharing right now, like wouldn't there be a part where the sun gets like spread out or something and like looks like this? I don't know. This place is stranger than we can imagine or deduce. Yeah, very strange. What would Bob do? Yeah, what would Bob would be like? Well, the preponderance of evidence is clearly, you know, uh, we'd probably do that. Probably say that something about preponderance of evidence. That's probably what he would do. That's, yeah. San Quentin, Ring of Fire. Mm. Love is a burning thing, and it makes a fiery ring. Owned by one desire. Oh, that ring of fire. I fell into a burning ring of fire. It went down, down, down. The flames went higher. And it burns, burns, burns. That ring of fire. That ring times. What if the reflective sun? Oh wait, hold on. Where am I at here? How did those marathon runners carve that big sign in the snow? They got to bring chainsaw and stuff. Yeah, chainsaw and alcohols. I don't understand why you have like this camp down there and they have these. Like, they really can't just get a couple like Puerto Ricans to go down there and build a hut or something. They have to be in like. They got to be in these tents. Like, build a building, for Christ's sake. $35,000? Put them in a building. I don't get it. I don't think any human really knows. Yeah. That's some real truther shit right there. Could be this, it could be that. It could be this, it could be a globe. It could be a flat, it could be a donut. Because this is where it's at. Okay, what if the sun, what if the reflective sun, let's read it. What if the reflective sun, the whole 24 hours? If that's true, then it begins to potentially give dimensions to our roof. Yeah, but then you mean it would be reflective even in the north? So the whole thing is reflective? At some point, though, it would have to split off, wouldn't it? It might not be the exact model, but it's a good idea. Yeah. How about Hurt by Johnny Cash? I hurt myself today to see if I still feel. I focus on the pain, the only thing that's real. The needle tears a hole, the old familiar sting. Try to kill it all away, but I remember everything. What have I become? My sweetest friend. Everyone I know goes away in the end. And you can have it all. My empire of dirt. I will let you down. I will make you hurt. If I can start again, a million miles away, I repeat myself. I'll find a way. All right. Oh, Tony Blair, you never sent me any mixed music. I know, dude. I know. That is a good rant. I need to do things. I need to be more productive. I have so many things on my to-do list that just doing that, like, gives me, it's like, I feel like looking at my to-do list takes 8 hours or something. I don't know what happens. Time eludes me. Colin Hay, What Would Bob Do is one of my favorites. I'm not familiar. I got a name by Jim Croce. Unfortunately, I don't know it. I feel like I was better at like knowing songs, but just, I've never heard of them. I hope Jaren and Witsit make a huge snow dick. Hell yeah. I hope that Jaren and Witsit make a huge snow dick. That's a song. According to the treaty, they can make anything permanent. Yeah, that's true. Oh, that would be comfortable. An actual building. Yeah, a freaking building. I don't get it. Wouldn't the reflective be in the north? So everything's a reflective? Oh, thank you. British B, $5. No way. Oh, that's Ace. My old roommate. He's British. The roof is on fire. That song kind of sucks. It's a lovely day in LBC, by the way. Oh, awesome. Not from the roof is on fire. I don't know. This song gets old. I've heard of Jim Croce, obviously. I just don't know that particular one. You're like Leroy Brown or something. It's not a lot of work to send the stems. I literally... I don't know. My head's in the clouds these days. What up, Dave Sims? Welcome. Hey... I definitely know Jim Croce. What's the song I know about? Did he do Message in a Bottle? Was that him? Did he do Genie in a Bottle? If you wanna get with me. You know, that song was originally Bob Dylan, but like Christina Aguilera did it way better. If you wanna get with me, there's a lesson you must learn. I'm a genie in a bottle. You gotta rub me the right way. It didn't do very good, but they did a pretty good job covering it. Time in a Ball. That's right. Yeah, that's right. That was them. That's him. Don't Bring Me Down. You got me running away. Don't bring me down. No. Woo-hoo. I tell you what's wrong before I get on the floor. Don't bring me down. Don't bring me down. You don't want to hear that. Don't bring me down. Woo! I'm turning into like a dad playing guitar this time. At this age, I don't know what's going on. I used to like get into this. Hey kids, gather around. Here's some songs from my childhood. Jim Kruger, we just disagree. I'm not familiar with it. Message in a Bot Hole. The guitar is crazy on that song. It's like it's ridiculous. And then you think there's got to be an easier way to play it. Like, I'm assuming like they just tuned it differently because that's ridiculous. Gotta suck. All right. Everybody give a warm welcome to British B in the house. Where is he at? Summertime Sublime. How's that one go? How would that be on the guitar? Summertime. This would be a good one to do like Johnny Cash. Summertime. And the living is easy. The fish are jumping. And the cotton is high. Riley's on the microphone with FMG. All the people in the dance will agree the will. Qualified to represent the LBC. See, Leon Marie will run to the party. Against the rhythm, it gets harder. Me and my girl, we got a relationship. Love is so bad, but she treats me like shit. I'm locked down like a penitentiary. She spreads her loving all over. When she gets home, there's nothing left for me. Summertime and the living's easy. Rise on the microphone with FMG. All the people in the dance agree the will. Qualified to represent the LBC. Me and we run to the party, dance to the rhythm, it gets harder. Evil, come to tell you that she's evil. Most definitely evil, scandalous and evil. Most definitely the tension is getting harder. I wanna hold her head underwater. Oh, alright, that's for you, Nate. Oh. Let's see. Therm Bones. Not familiar with that. Yo, I'm British B. What up? Barton Fink. El Scorcho. El Scorcho. Goddamn you half Mexibodian girls. Do it to me every time. All the redheads seem to find the jello when I'm jello, baby. You won't talk, won't look, won't think of me. I'm the epitome, a public enemy. Why you wanna go and do me like that? Jump on the streets and dance with me. I'm alive like you, so please alone. I'm here, I'm waiting. I think I'd be good for you, and you will be good for me. I asked you to go to the Green Jelly concert. You said you never heard of them. How cool is that? So I want to go and read your diary. Watching Strip-a-doop-a-doop. No one knows those lyrics to those parts. And I start listening to JoJo Fan. Fall in love all over again. I'm alive like you, so please hang on. I'm here, I'm waiting. I think I'd be good for you, and you will be good for me. All right. There we go. That's a fun song. That's a great song. Ooh, let's see. All right, I got some good. Yeah, this is fun. Albazar. Dog Days Are Done. Oh, that is not a song you want me to do. The dark days are over. Oh man, that would just be too much. It would be way too much. In my life, hell yeah, Dan the Waterman. That's one of my favorites. Should I do it up here? There are places. That's low. Let's do it here. There are places that I remember in my life, though some have changed and some forever, not for better. Some have gone and some remain, but all these places have their moments with lovers and friends. I still can recall some are dead and some are living in my life. Love you more. But of all these friends and lovers, there is no one compares with you, and these memories lose their meaning when I think love as something new. But I know I'll never lose affection for people and things that went before. I know I'll often stop and think about them in my life. I love you more. Oh, where'd they go? Boom, ba 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 dum ba dum ba dum ba ba dum ba. Something like that. Alright. Well, we're not going to get through a whole song here. Crumb, the link I sent you was an old Chuck D deep cut. Where is it? Where'd you send it to me? Is it the Chumbawamba one? That's so tight. Back in the day, we used to make these songs and do fart noises to them and just add them in there. Actually, I mean, I have those around here. But, yeah, we did like a Feliz Navidad. Didn't we do like a Christmas album, like Seasons Queefings? Something like that. Yeah, Seasons Queefings. It was just all farts. Oh, you know what? Yeah, I didn't see the Ko-fi tip because I don't have it on here. My bad. Transition, and then now that thing, see it. Yeah, then it'll come up. I don't know what you said though, but send it again. Send it to my email. Don't follow crumb.gmail. Tub Thumping by Chumbawamba. You guys know that that other song by Chumbawamba? Said Nobody. What's up, Singe Man? Sneezing's greetings. Oh, that's good. That's pretty good. I saw the most ridiculous Christmas Santa Claus thing. Let's see if I can find this. This is like the most ridiculous toy I've ever seen. If I could find it up here. All right. Look at this thing. What is this? People pay money for this? Yeah, it's got the whole butthole there and everything. Let's do that again. Can I see that again? Isn't that fantastic? That's capitalism right there. In case you guys are wondering what you're getting for Christmas this year. Oh, you email it to me? All right, we can make the stream about that. Make sure first. Hey, British B, where are you living these days? Where are you at? Are you in England? Let's see here. Oh, this is a classic. I mean, I'm gonna get like a copyright strike for playing this. But I mean, whatever. You guys like fart sounds? These are professional remixes here. This is not where I thought the stream was gonna go, but I might as well play it. It's a lot of fun. This is what we did in our early 20s. We utilized our time pretty well. So here we go.
It's way too late to be this locked inside ourselves. The trouble is that you're in love with someone else. Should be it should be me. Sacred parts, your getaways. You come along on summer days. Tender, tastefully.
Ah.
Falling so we make time. Try to find somebody else. This place is mine.
All right. Well, I'm just commenting on that audio just for YouTube's sakes. This is a comment. Wasn't using it for any other reasons for commenting. That's thanks. Thank you, British B. I'm glad I hope we all enjoyed that. That was pretty fun. All right. Doesn't everyone love poop noises? Yeah, there's even a documentary that just came out on farts. And I tried to watch it, but are the farts real? I mean, I'm sure they were. But you know, I didn't make them. They're not my farts. Those are some wet farts. Yeah, there's like there's a lot there's just different types. You know? So I don't know. Yeah. So I don't know. Whoops. I don't know. All right. So let's see where we're at. Like I said, if anybody wants to call in and join in on a rant, rants please are welcome. Anybody feel like ranting about bullshit, anything at all? Ooh, a partridge in a pear tree. Good job, Singe Man. It's not bad. I mean, there's got to be so many Christmas songs you could just turn into, like, you know, potty humor. Silent farts. I mean, that writes itself. Silent shards. Whatever, I'm not going down that road. MBB is going to call and tell us what. Yeah, come on, NDB. Let's see what's up with you. I do have a link. I put it in the chat. I'll put it right here. Dave, you want to call in? There. Bam. Curious to get some opinions. Opinions on seeing this 24-hour sun. I've been banned from the internets. All the internets? Not just the one? Not one of them? Pretty funny. Is it just audio or is it audio and video? Whatever you want. You could do that. You could just do audio. I actually kind of prefer that when people do that, so they don't have to get all subconscious. Like, it's totally fine. You don't even. I don't even have to have your logo on here. It could just literally be a call. How long you banned NDB? 2 weeks. 2 weeks. I saw his Total Recall recently. 2 weeks. 2 weeks. What a great scene. Y'all know what I'm talking about. All right. I got really nothing to go on here. I was just gonna freeball this, so I don't know. I'm gonna freeball it. I'm just freeballing it right now. Apparently there's like these drones going on right now that everybody's freaking out about. You guys know anything about that? I'm trying to... I don't know what's going on with these drones. I just don't feel like getting into shit anymore. It's so time consuming. Oh, NDB's here. What's up, man?
I'm not here. It's not me.
What's that? It's not you? Oh, should I hide you? I'm going to hide you. There you go.
Yeah, I'll put the hood on. There we go.
What up, not NDB? How you doing?
How you doing, sir? Well, getting ready. It's the holiday season. It's the season to be merry.
No shit. Yeah.
That's your name?
That's your name? Hey, that's my name. Yeah.
No shit. Look at the line. Look at the lines, Russ.
Can't see the lines, can you, Russ?
Can't see, can't see the lines, can you? He said, nope. Sure
have you seen that? Have you guys watched that? Have you watched that movie yet?
Yeah, I watched it out in California with Emmy and her son Felix. It was when we laughed our ass off.
Yeah, it's a Christmas tradition. I don't know if you heard, but in that
we watched
song,
Elf. We watched Elf too. I'm not as big a fan of Elf as I was Christmas Vacation.
Elf's okay. I don't know if you heard this, but we actually sampled some in that fart song that you were listening to. We had him going, "Hallelujah, holy shit," and we sampled that "holy shit." So that's cool, man. All right, NDB, what's your thoughts, man? There's lots going on. I want not.
We got drones. We got 24-hour suns. We got Christmas. We got the solstice. We got presents.
Yeah.
Hey, my presence is the biggest gift of all.
Oh man, that is very true. That is very true. It's been kind of a crazy month. I'm not gonna lie, as I'm sure you've
Yeah.
had. Yeah, Zulu's
Yeah.
passing and all that. And I don't mean to
Yeah.
bring that
Well,
up or make
that-
or
there's that.
drop the mood, but I haven't really. I've just been kind of weirded out by the whole thing. I haven't known. It was so fast that.
Yeah.
Anyways, I'm sorry, man. I know you guys were close, and I'm not gonna pretend like I knew him like more than I did, but I've definitely been listening to him for a long time, and I don't know. It just.
Oh yeah. You knew him. You knew him well enough. Fuck. I mean.
Oh yeah, yeah. No, I know.
I mean, hell, you've seen him at meetups too and stuff. So
Many times,
yeah.
man. Yeah. I don't know. I think it was Dave Sims that was in there. I was gonna bring you on after, man. So you can call back. So if I don't let you on right away, man, just hang tight if you guys call in backstage. I just don't want to get it crowded up here. I like to just do one-on-ones.
Yeah, it's hard to talk to a lot. We got a lot of people talking.
Exactly. I just want to hear from you for a little bit. So did you expect the 24-hour sun?
From the way people was talking as it got closer, yeah, I figured. And well, if you're Duffy, you're not going to fucking do all this bullshit and try to drag Weiss, and Weiss wouldn't go, and Sergeant wouldn't go, but they got Whitsitt and Jaron to go, and they're trying to do some fucking humiliation ritual to Flat Earther, and yeah, they knew what the fuck they were doing.
What's going on my camera? But yeah, no,
You may have to go. You may have to go off screen. You look like Max Hedren. Yeah.
Oh my god, it's a fake. It's a fake me. This is proof, guys. What's going on? I don't even know how to do this. This is incredible.
What the hell?
I'm not gonna fix it. I could restart my camera, but this is way too cool. See, this is the kind of. Have you ever seen this before? What is going on here?
No, maybe it's Zulu fucking with us.
I
Hello.
like it, yeah. Yeah, maybe it is, man. I bet you. I was just thinking, like, how many community guideline strikes do you think he got in heaven right now? Man?
Oh,
I mean,
man,
I'm sure he's
done.
like,
He's done
up
got
there.
a
He's like,
kennel
you're not
ban.
allowed to talk about this and this, and he's like,
Yeah.
what? You're not allowed to bring up the crucifixion. It's just a little too soon. I don't know. I really
Yeah.
like this effect. I don't know what I'm gonna keep this. I hope it just keeps going.
Yeah, it is. That's
It's
wild.
like it's like that movie Saw or something. It's like
Yeah. It's a glitch in the camera, I guess. It's wild.
I guess, yeah. Or I'm just not really here. I could just be AI and just. I don't
You
know.
might be. You look kind of A. You kind of look a little AI. There you go.
MDB knows too much. Moving
Yeah.
on. I don't know why robots have to sound. I am a computer. The humans must die. So there's been. I'm assuming. God damn, that's got to be really distracting. All right, I got.
It's distracting you. It's distracting. It is distracting. I agree, but it's fun. It's kind of cool too.
All right, I'll leave it and just try to look at it. Or I could just join you. Like, let's just have a conversation here. I mean, my God, let's just talk. There we go. All right, I'm just gonna kick back here. Way less pressure.
Get you a drink, sir. I think you a drink.
Right here. Yeah. Where? So what time? You're in the same time zone as me, right? You're East Coast.
Yeah. I'm like 5 hours from you up in Kentucky.
Hell yeah.
So yeah, but I'm on the border of the Central Time Zone, where my county and the next county, well, a few counties around my county, it goes to the Central Time Zone, so they're an hour behind.
I wonder what it'd be like to live on live on the border there and like work on the other side. You know what I mean? It's like I gotta be at work at 9 a.m., but shit, I'm halfway there. I gain an hour. So.
No, it fucks with you because, like, your phone will sometimes read one time zone and it'll read another time zone, and it switches automatically.
Yeah.
And it can definitely mess with you if you're not aware of what the actual time is. So it's not fun. It's not great. I mean, I guess you got to have a line somewhere for it to work. I don't fucking know.
I guess. I don't know.
What do you think about this 24-hour sun? Did you think it's going to happen? I mean, at first I
No,
didn't because
dude, I did
nobody.
not at all. I feel, I don't know, man. I'm taking my ego's taking a blow. I'm not gonna lie. I put money down on it. Now I'm hoping that they're able to like find some apparent kind of thing there. Just like, or if it is a reflection, there has to be some evidence to what they're doing today. I just hope that they're like taking all the opportunity that they can, just documenting the thing, just because how often you get that opportunity, you know? So,
Right. And hopefully they got the 24-hour sun itself recorded. Somebody did. I hope so.
yeah.
Because we
Ye-
haven't. I mean, we haven't seen that footage yet from anybody, but maybe it's coming. You know, I thought there was going to be like a fucking one. Oh, maybe the hell. I didn't even think they. How do you live stream from Antarctica? That's what I've been mind blown about.
Yeah, no, I don't know.
Like we can fucking hear them live from where we're at in North America, and they're fucking supposedly down in South America on a damn ice field, getting live Wi-Fi, whatever, and it works so fast. How does that shit work, man?
I
The
don't get it.
satellites are satellites real, bro?
I don't know anymore about anything. I know nothing. It's like I'm just like, damn it, really confused and gaslighting myself into thinking that I like this. That's good stuff. That's good stuff. It just kind of sucks for flat Earth because there's really no way to publicly kind of like talk about anything, whether it's like saying, "Oh, I was wrong," or saying, "Oh, it's probably this." It just doesn't look good at all. There's nothing that like you can. I don't know. I think that should solve my problem.
See,
But
we'll see what happens.
we'll see.
I
We'll
mean,
see.
we got two. We got two of our own down there, so hopefully they don't.
Yeah.
Hopefully they don't cock it up and drop the ball somehow. I mean, obviously they said they saw it, so we got to take their word for it for now. I mean, whatever it is, what it is.
I mean, I trust them. I do
Yeah.
trust them. I have a hard
I just-
time. Like, there's a lot of hate out there for Jordan. I don't understand it. I just don't understand where it's coming from. I don't
Well, he
think I
said
could do
he
a
said
better
a lot of
job.
shit prior to going, so that's where a lot of it come from.
Yeah.
He did say a lot of shit. He couldn't keep his mouth shut before he went, so that didn't help his
Okay.
cause. That
Give me
didn't help
what did
his
he? What did he?
just fucking getting into it with trolls and hell getting
Oh,
into it
right.
with other flat earthers and people and just I guess he was nervous about going. I guess I would have kind of been nervous about going too. Hell,
Well, sure.
me and him had a few words the night Zulu died on Strange World before they left out. But I ain't got no
Yeah.
problem with Jared. I mean, I ain't got no fucking problem with him. I mean, he's never done anything to me. We had a little spat there in the chat, and then fucking Zulu died, and then it all fucking went to hell.
Oh, really? Oh, it was like right at the same time.
Yeah.
Oh shit. You know, I don't know. I just imagine if I was in a situation, I just can't imagine the right way to do it. Like the right way to go about all this. Um, I wish my camera like it's so weird. This is a brand new camera.
Mine's not doing that, is it?
No, it's just mine, and it's just now. I don't know why. I have weird curse for technology. Just random shit.
Huh. Have you?
Anyways,
How long has it been since you used your camera?
this is like 3 weeks. It's like a brand new one.
Oh hell. But
I
yeah,
mean,
look, you can't even use that camera in your own fucking house here. And you got electricity, Wi-Fi, heat, the
right.
whole 9 yards. But you can fucking get a live stream from Antarctica without a glitch.
Well, I just don't understand why it's like only my face that's glitching. I don't see anything else around me. It's like it knows. It's like it's what the hell kind of shit is that? I don't know. There's this documentary I just watched on YouTube. It's like Tupelo. It's about Tupelo Kings or something, and these like it's like a real conspiracy theorist who everybody thought was crazy, and he got framed for sending ricin to the president, and he went to jail, and he was like known as this like kooky guy who was constantly talking about conspiracies, and he was right. It actually turned out that he was right, And that's what this whole documentary is. It's not to spoil it. It's really good. And I forget where I was going with that, but it's pretty much along the lines of, if people are willing to like be outside the box and just like hold on to something that makes people uncomfortable like long enough, you really have to have the stamina. I get it. I totally get it.
Yeah. What
know?
documentary was that?
I think it's called Tupelo Kings. It's about a town in Mississippi where Elvis was born, and there's these Elvis impersonators that live there. It's really good. It's the same guys that made the Tiger King documentary, so it's really well made. Highly recommend it.
Hey, commercial sound video, Nathan. Can you screenshot that and send that to Lowry for me, please, and tell him to suck it?
Yeah, go ahead and screenshot that and screenshot what?
What his comment?
Oh,
yeah, that'd be nice. I'd appreciate that. He said my mic isn't clipping and cracking and popping and.
that's because you're in Crumb Studio, brother.
Right,
You're good. I got you taken care of. I got that good shit over here. I got that good bandwidth for you.
But your camera's cracking and popping.
Well, that's my I just that's my issues, but so I don't know, guys.
What about the dronesies? The dronesies going on. I haven't watched shit on it, dude. I don't even give a fuck.
Emily's
I'm like
glued
drones.
to it. I don't know what's going
Unless
on.
them drones, unless those drones are dropping bombs, I don't give a fuck what's fucking flying up there.
Apparently, there's just all over New Jersey and New York. There's these drones that are like the size of a car, and people
That's
are
Lowry.
like, yeah. And then apparently, when they've been there's been radio stations that have all these like alien sounds all over it, and people are recording that on 106.7 in New Jersey. Oh, Karen says you didn't get to talk about the drones today. Well, call in and talk about them if you have something, please.
Yeah, Karen, you got something to say? Come on.
Come on down, because I want to know more about this stuff, but like I haven't had time.
I think it's just some bullshit, distraction. Fucking.
I think the
Biden administration and Trump and all those fuckers, they've been quiet as a mouse.
It has to be aliens from thousands of trillions of miles away. I can't think of any other explanation than that, right? I don't know. Oh, did we lose you? Oh, there you are. Oh, there we go. Look at that. I got your old one and your new one. That's kind of cute. That's there we go. There you go.
So you got your Christmas tree up, Crumb? I put mine up before right around Thanksgiving for my birthday, actually.
Yeah, we got a fake tree.
Buck it. It's got lights on it. It's got lights on it. It looks pretty. I mean, it's dark this time of year. Who gives a fuck, I think the celebration of lights and the celebration of the sun coming back is the main focus, though. Not Santa Claus, but.
What's this link you sent me? Oh, these are the drones. Ooh, cool.
How's your daughter doing, Karen?
Yeah, I saw that she was sick. Hope she's okay. Wow, look at these drones. Okay. I'll share this.
Back of the drones.
All right. Ooh. There's a video here. Welcome, brother.
Yo. It's getting really hot.
So why aren't we just strapping ourselves to these and
At
flying?
Aerodynamics, we believe that advanced air mobility can change the world
Yeah, flying
for the
cars.
better.
I just don't understand.
We founded Aerodynamics to bring the world
you
our
could do this, then
patented
we can
transwing
just fly
VTOL
around
aircraft
ourselves.
design that folds its wings during flight to transition between rotorcraft and fixed wing configurations.
Totally weird, dude.
Alright, I don't need to see you doing circuitry. Let's move on. Okay, now I can see how big it is. Okay. Yeah, flying cars are gonna happen. It's gonna happen in our future. How cool is that?
It's already happening. They already got one. They've got several that I've seen
Are
marketed.
you know how crazy this world will be if everyone's just flying around up there on their own? Just I'm just gonna go over. It'll be such
Yeah.
chaos.
Yeah.
I can't wait. I hope that happens.
So what the hell was that? What did we just watch?
I don't know. It's
That was a
link
those were military drones. So like we're on like part 4 of like 10 with over on Slav's channel about talking about drones. There's cars that you can actually buy if you're a millionaire. You can get a self-flying helicopter-y drone and you can fly for like an hour. It's out there. The ads are out there. You can buy one. Nobody can afford them, right? And I don't know that I would want to drive them right now because you might get shot at with like fireworks, at least in New Jersey, But it's like there's
I saw some
Anywhere
videos
in
of
the
people
South.
shooting at them. People were
Yeah,
shooting
anywhere
at
in the
them.
South, you're gonna get shot at.
yeah.
We're gonna shoot at you around here.
And nobody knows how to. They're not used to it yet. So like I don't know how many of these are enemy drones or just personalized drones of millionaires suddenly flying around. It's curious that it
Dude,
happens.
you
just
look
as much.
amazing. Are you dressed up? Like, are you playing a wedding? What's
We're
going on?
going.
Why-
We have to go to a Christmas party, but I wanted to join everybody tonight and like finish off this
Oh, right.
mad dash of like 5 days of streaming. But we do have a
Right.
Christmas party. I'm gonna hang out with you guys for a minute, and then Sav's gonna go on for a minute, and then he might even pop
Oh
in
yeah,
here.
Sob's here. Yeah.
And then we're gonna try to actually have a social life and actually go to a bar.
There
for a
you
Christmas
go.
Party and engage.
Get
with-
out.
Yeah,
Yes.
get out.
You know?
Be married.
Get
This
the
is
hell
to be
out
married.
there. You're in
I mean,
New
I feel-
York.
I like.
You're living
I
in the
truly
coolest
feel like
town
one of
ever.
those
You
guys.
have to. There's nothing more sad than people living in New York and not like using it and spending it, but paying the price for it. You got to use it. I
Yeah.
would love to just walk down like a half mile right now and just know that like a train can take me to like 1,000 jazz clubs if I wanted to.
Well, I mean, like we look for like Nicole and I look forward to like dressing up just to go to parties. And the last party we went to was what do you think it was like 2 months ago or like
Welcome,
I mean,
Saul.
it used to be in New York. I would be fucking going out
What's
every
up,
night.
Saul?
Hey, Saab, I'd be going out every night, and that hasn't happened for almost a year. I've been involved with you guys on this, whatever we're doing here, and I just don't care about going out that much. So I'm going to try to go out and have a drink at the bar and hang out with some people. And everybody in this neighborhood already knows that I'm the flat Earth guy. So like, I'm gonna have to go out there, and they're gonna be like, "Here comes flat Earth guy," And I'm just like, it's okay.
Well,
I'm good.
at
I'm
least-
cool with it.
Let's just hope that they haven't been keeping up on the recent news, so you don't have to deal with that.
Oh, I'm already good with that. Like I woke up this morning and
I
I
know,
actually
but-
missed. Go ahead. Sorry.
I'm not. Well, I'm just saying. I'm not looking forward to any of my friends that I gave the speech to. Like, this. It's like the same thing with Behind the Curve. They're like, "Oh, look at this at the end here. It's interesting." And it'll be like months after.
yeah.
But like, I have to like get these texts. I'm like, oh. And so once this gets mainstream news, I just know like my.
I mean, they're going to use the headlines for the next month. They're going to say 24-hour sun in Antarctica proves flat Earth. Big fucking deal, buddy. Like literally, I woke up this morning. I felt so good. I was like, shit, this is great. We got everything we need, whether it's false data that's coming from Antarctica or proper data. We got it. So like, we have so many talking points. And Sav, you said that you sent me a text this morning, which I think is the most fascinating one of all. Get this one. Sav's like, I wake up in the morning and he's like, go ahead, tell me.
Go ahead, read your text. Go ahead, read it.
So I'm like, I wake up and I get out and I have some orange juice and then I make a coffee, right? And I'm like, what happened? What's the first text I get from Sav? And he says, here it is, right? Hold on. He's like, yep. Oh, wait, here, hold on. Here, I got it right here. I can tell you one good thing about these guys that think they proved the globe. This means they will be gone now. They have no reason to make videos. And I'm like, yes. And like when they start hanging out with us still, even though we're not even remotely finished with this, they have to deal with that. We're going to be like, what are you doing over here, dude? You already got your proof. You think it's a ball. Go the fuck away and leave us the fuck alone while we work on a new fucking model, you little cuck.
Well, it's like this, man.
That's it.
Wait a second. Duffy, am I mistaken, or have we all heard that Duffy said that this was going to put the debate to rest once and for all? This
Not
was
even
going
close.
to end it. This is why it was called the final experiment.
Yeah.
Now we have people down there. They looked and they think they've seen a 24-hour sun or whatever. And there it is. They have proven the globe to themselves, haven't they? So now they don't have any reason to make videos. They don't have any reason to do any debates. They don't have any reason. They got all this newfound free time where they can go and do something creative now. Right?
That's true.
Because
If they
what the hell,
keep doing
and
shit,
unless
just be
you
like,
are
I
gonna
thought you
say-
already. Yeah.
Unless you're going to say that Will Duffy, a man of God, lied when he said that this was going to be the definitive proof.
Which God exactly is he?
Well, I don't
Which
know.
God?
Whatever God he's
They are
thinking.
so cornered now. It's like easy.
Thor.
Okay, everyone out there is listening in your listeners' crumb. This is a really fun topic now because you can be like, why are you hanging out here? What are you doing here? If you want to get abused by us, you can come in here and hang out. But like, you got your proof. Now you think that the earth is a globe. Why are you here? And I will ask every single troll ever. And by the way, we got our first trolls last night when we simulcasted it was Witz's thing. We went from like getting 500 views a night to 2,600 in one shot. We got trolls. I was like, how did you even find our fucking channel? Who are you? Are you a bot? Are you a real person? So like everyone out there that's doing stuff like this, now you can just approach them and be like, oh, you got your proof. That's cool. You're going to hang out here, or you're going to go get a life and go, I don't know, go out, do something else besides hang in our little saloon and do your thing. It's not going to make sense anymore. It's going to crush their whole paradigm. If it's an actual person, if it's not a bot, right? You know, so like that was brilliant. So this morning, that's probably the one thing I didn't expect to get out of today. Really. You know what I mean? It's like, that's where we're at now. And now,
the man said, this is going to put it to rest once and for all. So confident that it was going to do that it was definitive proof that he was willing to drop, what is that, 5 people, $35,000 a person, right? That's a lot of money. It's more than any of us, I think, probably have. So there it is. Goodbye, Will Duffy. Farewell.
Yeah.
Have a good night.
He also
FTFE. I hope maybe you can do something on nuclear engineering on subs. Maybe you can make videos about that, or cat videos, or maybe even film yourself beating up people with your walking stick. Who knows?
Yeah.
There's a cornucopia of opportunity out there. Tune, I don't know what you're going to get into. Maybe you can do videos on extreme frisbee or some shit like that. But you guys now, since you have proven that the earth is a globe, you no longer have any reason to go on MDD. You don't have any reason to go on anybody's channel or make videos about flat earth, because after all, you have found the definitive proof. It's over. Unless you think that Will Duffy, a man of God, has lied when he said that this would be the end of the debate, right? So there it is.
Yeah, and I'm totally like, now I'm sorry, I didn't even really see it from that angle. I was seeing it totally from like a geographic, angular reasoning of like all the stuff. And like actually this morning, I was like, oh, so now you guys have figured it out. Now you can go about your business. If they still hang out with us and still fuck with us over and over and over again, you got a problem there from their perspective.
That means that they don't think they have definitive proof. Then
they don't.
Do they?
They don't. And that was the one thing I didn't see. You know, I was just like, whoa, if they keep hanging out with us, then we've got a little problem here. You know, it's just like, why are you still here? Why are you still chasing us around? I had like, when I simulcasted Witz's thing on mine, we got our first trolls I've ever had on tinfoil. They came in. I was like, what are you doing, dude? Like, this is a small channel. How did you find us? Are you a bot? You know, who knows what the fuck was going on over there? But I was like, wait a minute. And I sat back, and then you texted me this morning. I was like, oh, now we got it. Now, every time anyone posts, all you guys out there that are making content about Flat Earth, now you got something. If they're coming in there attacking you, it's like, what are you doing here? This is what you say. What are you doing here? You guys already got your proof. You clearly believe it's a globe. Okay, see you later. If they don't go away and the more of them show up, the more you're going to get your proof back at you that there's just bullshit. Am I clear on that? Is that the best way I can say it?
That's it, man. You said it was definitive proof. Shut up now.
I know. It's like, we don't need to hear you anymore. We never wanted to hear them to begin with, ever. But now it's like,
if they continue, that means that they don't think that was definitive proof.
Yeah.
All right,
they're stuck. They're a cornered animal now, and now we just can be like, now we can move along and work with whatever we got and work forward into the situation and try to understand what it is, and we don't have to deal with their bullshit. If they keep coming in,
I like to play with them. I like to play with them a little bit first.
Well, NDB, you're a special breed, buddy. So I
like to toy with them. You know what I'm saying? I like to dare. I like to dare them a little bit.
You guys, you have to, at the end of the day, we have to recognize, like, there's always so much space in your head, we could rent out. And, they, like, at the end of the day, like, they do rent a lot of space in our minds. And it's on us to let it affect us or not. Even though, I mean, we could sit here and say, yeah, they just need to shut up. But, like, telling someone to shut up, it doesn't work. So really what you need is your own mind to not even give them a space. You know what I mean? You got to go no contact and they become invisible. That's what I find for my own peace of mind, because, it's so easy to engage. But at the end of the day, if I had, like, like your phone tells you how much screen time you're doing, like, if I wish I knew exactly how much time I've wasted spending energy on, those kinds of people. I wish there was an app that can detect that, because it would be shocking, I think, to all of us, how much of our energy we give away to people that we don't agree with, that we don't care about, that we don't like, and I don't know. I want that time back. I want the energy back, if I'm going to be honest.
I can speak to that. Well, that was part of the battle. We did the battle. Now we don't have to do the battle anymore, because you've got an easy out now. It's like, look, you guys already got your solution. What are you still here for? Mm-hmm. That's it. It's that simple. You guys are right. We're wrong. Go away. If they don't go away.
Well, Dave, I thought I'd just bring you on. I figured we're all just, I don't know. I've lost.
Oh, good, dude.
We're all having a conversation, anyway, so the whole, like, one-on-one thing, I just see it getting lost at this point. So I just thought I'd bring you in here. How you doing, Dave?
Good.
I don't mean to cut you off, Alex. Please continue with your thoughts.
No worries. I was just saying, now we're at a position where, look, you guys got what you wanted. They set it up for 6 months to get their 24-hour sun. Now they're confirmed that it's a globe in their mind. If they keep coming back, there is nothing they can say. I'm just like, look, dude, you already got your solution. Get out of our saloon. Fuck off. If they keep coming back, they
could say, give it up, Flurf, stop.
Yeah, but
grifting,
the action
stop
in
doing
itself
shit.
is going to give away the position. The action in itself is going to give away the position. If they keep coming at us because they want some other proof, I thought this was the final proof. Apparently it isn't. And you just walk down that road until the point it's going to become very obvious to everybody that they're just anti-flat Earth people that are narcissists. Probably.
Here's a litmus test. Okay, and all you guys, I need an answer from all you guys, and be honest. If it did set, would you 100% be like, oh, that proves it's flat, and, like, do the same thing? You know what I mean? Like, would you be like, oh, the Globers are just trying to figure out a way to make it work? And would you give them that space, or would you shit on them? I'm going to start with NDB. What would you do?
I mean, I'm excited that we saw a 24-hour sun. So
I agree. I'm just saying, like, be honest. Like, if it was different,
Yeah,
how would
if
how
it
would
would have
you approach
said, if
that?
it would have said, it wouldn't have changed anything, in my opinion. I mean, I wouldn't have given a fuck either way.
All right, Alex, you.
I was because I haven't been to Antarctica. I just went off the old synthetic writings. They said that there's illumination in the south all around in still flat water. That's all I was going
That's
from, and I was not surprised that they saw a 24-hour sun. And now here we go, and like there's nothing that they can come back at us. They can just leave us. They can go about their business. I'm saying,
no.
I'm talking about the
What I'm saying is, if the sun did set, and then the Globers felt like they were wrong, and they proceeded to try to figure out ways on a ball
you're talking
that
about
it would
like a
work.
reverse steelman.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, how, like,
Right.
do you think
How would I do
you
that?
would have the same? What you want out of these Globers right now? Would you do the same to them? And be honest. And I have my answer too.
I probably would have had like a 5-minute moment where I'd be like, fuck you, we got you. But I didn't. I came into the whole thing like knowing that there were a lot of options about what how the sun would behave in the south. So like I maybe just for me being fun, I would have told him fuck off for 5 minutes if it did set. But like I saw it, and like I said a month ago, I'm on record. I was on Nacha Cheetah. I said I think they're going to see illumination down there, if not a full thing, because I had just gotten into this Hanbei model, and I was just like, well, this is weird, you know. And so like I was like, it looks like the old Zetetics that wrote about this. This is the 1800s, 1900s, said there is illumination in the south, but it doesn't reconcile anything with flat water or a flat domain. So I was always okay with it. But now we got a bunch of things that we can look at now. There's going to be a lot of people coming back into, like, say, content creator positions like you, Sov, everybody else. There's going to be a lot of trolls that are going to come back in here now. They're going to start working again at us. I'm like, what do you even, and this is the point I'm trying to make. What are you even doing? And Sov, it was the first person that brought this up to me more. What are you even doing over here anymore? You got your point. You got your proof. You live on a ball. Okay, see you later. And if they still keep coming back, that means their little castle starts to crumble every single time they come into a chat or they come on live. It crumbles and crumbles and crumbles and more until they got nothing to stand on because we got objective data of flat Earth.
Let me stop you. Everything you're saying, I understand. A quick.
All right, that was a rant.
I was just doing a mind experiment, but you're totally right. Sov, how about you? Can you? And sorry, Dave. Let's play your song. I want you to play a song when you get in here, man. But Sov, what would you have done? Because I would be halfway done with getting my "I told you so" tattoo on my back, and I don't even like tattoos. So I'm glad I didn't. But I don't know. I'll be honest. I was kind of enjoying. I don't know. I was kind of hoping that I could have.
I like tattoos on other people, but just not me.
For me, it is.
So the way I look at it, it's like this. I've said it was a false dichotomy to begin with. Okay.
No, I know, but like, just in the event.
I mean, and no, I'm not going to say I told you so or I didn't tell you so, because look, here again, we've made one observation. Let me take that back.
No, that's smart. That's good.
Someone else has made one observation. They didn't deliver. We were supposed to get a 24-hour feed. They started that. They had it rolling. And then for some reason, it got taken offline. It's gone. There's not even a record of what was recorded up to that point. I find that highly suspicious. Yeah. Okay. So just like I said, when they started this fiasco circus thing, I said it's going to end up that it's not going to be anything different afterwards. We're going to be in the same boat of relying on someone else's testimony and video that may or may not be doctored, brought to us by other people that are not us. We were supposed to get a 24-hour sun, but I saw it as a non sequitur. It would have to be a repeated observation in order to even make it remotely scientific at all. You can't just look at something one time and go, this is what I think it is. But either way, it doesn't matter. They feel that it is proof of a globe. So that means that they have no reason to do any videos or anything anymore. It does not matter because they have their definitive proof. And as Pastor Will Duffy said, that will end the debate. Well, it should for them. So go away now.
Yeah, and I think go ahead.
Nicole, I mean, Karen's right though. You like 20. It's I can't even stream 24 hours here. Like the stream will get cut off. It will.
Regardless,
how-
that's great. That's
Call it a
great. How long
recording.
can you
Call it a
stream? That's great.
recording.
Let's go ahead and be able to watch that so we can see what the sun is. But no, we don't even have that. It wasn't that it didn't last. They took it the fuck down. I have a 404.
No, I know you were
error
telling me
message.
that. Yeah, and
You want to? I got it still up. Look, here's the. I still have
I
the
saw
page
the
open if you
404.
want to see it.
no, you showed me yesterday. I did see that. You talking about
There
the
it is.
footage or like the 4?
No, I mean
Oh,
that's
yeah,
the
yeah,
footage.
this
That's
is-
where the footage was at. I
Yeah.
came back to
Yeah.
watch it in its entirety so I could speed it up, and I got that. First, no, I had the image up on the screen, and I hit play, and nothing happened. And so I thought, okay, maybe I need to refresh it. So I refreshed the screen. Boom, file not found. Dude, it was nothing exact. It was exactly what I said it was going to be. And I'm not disappointed at all. It's the same shit. It was just a big fiasco crap show.
There's also
far as
something I
I'm
just,
concerned.
just for record. I just
All
want to make this for record is that on Witzett's show yesterday, he said this is one small leap for mankind, one giant leap for flat Earth, whatever it was. There was a position in his video. I just want this for the record, where he turned his camera up slightly, and the sun was roughly 80% degrees, 80 degrees from, it was right above him, essentially. And then the 360-degree shot today was all at about 15 degrees above.
It was above him.
It was above him. And so I just want people to look that. I'm not making a claim here. I just want to find, if you guys go through the video, you'll find it. It's above him. We've got a 360-degree thing from McKeegan going around at about, I would say 16 degrees. That's what we got last night from Jaron. So I'm trying to figure out what's that mean. You got 16 degrees all the way around. And then Witsit had one from almost above him. So there's that. We got a lot of data we got to pour through. Not saying shit about anybody, not making claims, not doing anything. Just go into the data. This is one of the biggest weeks we're ever going to have in our lifetimes. You know, this is great.
I like that it's all a mystery.
Yeah.
I feel
Yeah.
comfortable here, and I think that's what a lot of people are kind of not understanding. Is I just like the less I don't like, the more confused. It actually kind of feels nice. It feels nice. It got boring when everything was like.
I know there's
Like
so
this,
much
like
stuff
this.
to talk about. Karen says,
Yeah.
in the chat,
Alex
this
may
Dave-
be that high though, Karen.
I haven't smoked any pot today, dude. But I might.
My edibles are kicking in.
But Karen says the sun was not that high. Stop it. I when I saw him tilt the camera, it looked to be roughly like, if you tilt the camera up, it looked to be roughly
Dave, I'm going to bring you on in a
80
minute
80
here.
degrees one way or another. Either way, it was up. And the 360 they got today was 6. Well, I would say 16, 17 degrees off, because that's the reading they gave us last night around. So I'm trying to figure out if it went around its head or not. I don't know. I mean, we can talk about it.
I watched Witsit and Owen's Witsit live stream with Owen today on his show for like 30 minutes or whatever. And we didn't really learn much. They just was cheesing it up basically. And
They're
and the
having a
sun
hard
was up
time.
above.
They got to be having a tough time. Sorry, go ahead.
yeah, the sun was up above back behind his head. I don't know how high up in the sky it was, but it was. You could see it behind Witsit the whole time, because he said hell he had to even wear sunscreen because it was so bright off the sun or off the white surface and up in the sky. He said it was just so bright that he had to actually put sunscreen on to keep from burning.
I know they're doing kind of like the ISS shit where it's like, look, I'm actually in space. Like there's like
That's weird.
something weird.
That part's weird.
It's like, but look, it's so beautiful. It's like you're motherfucker. You're
Here's a
in
mountain.
snow.
Here's a mountain. Here's
I don't
snow.
know.
It's weird.
It does seem a little weird. Dave Sims. Okay, you guys, let's shift over. He's got a guitar in his hand. I'd like to welcome some music. So you guys all know Dave Sims.
All right, let's get a palette
Dave,
cleanser.
I'd like to get Dave Sims in here, please. David Sims, how are
What
you,
up,
sir?
what up?
Oh, here we
What
go.
up, guys?
Hey, welcome, man. I
What's up,
wasn't able
Dave?
to properly.
Hey, everybody.
What's up, man? Let me ask you. Do you have you had a guitar there? Are you gonna play us a song?
Dude, it's just for comfort, you know how it is. Like when you hold a guitar,
I
you
got
feel.
you.
I mean, I could play something, but like I'm just kind of just chilling, you know. Yeah, dude. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I know everyone's sort of like anti Will Duffy. I kind of look at him as I kind of look at this whole thing as like a show, and I appreciate him for making the show a little more entertaining, you know.
Mhm.
And that's where it's like, as much. I mean, trust me. If like you were asking earlier, if the sun, if it did set, for sure I would have thrown that in people's face. You know.
But thank you for being honest. Like,
Yeah.
and thank you for getting right to the answer. I thank you for that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because
No
it's like,
offense,
dude,
guys.
it's like this is shit that a lot of us have been part of for 9 years now. So it's like, dude, if that would have happened, that would have disproven at least the the heliocentric model
It
at this
would
point.
also proven that all this shenanigans and with webcams down there, like, it would make it all make sense. It
BRB.
Oh, right on, brother. Are you going to? Oh, you're just going.
I'm just going to get some cigarettes.
Of course. Okay. Sorry. Go ahead, Dave. What were you saying?
Smoke them if you got them.
Well, no, I was saying, I mean, yeah, it would have been the kind of thing where, yeah, I mean, for sure, because I mean, the whole heliocentric model is based on that system, and the way, and I know that now we're going back and using the whole, talking point. The light in the sky doesn't, have anything to do with the ground that you walk on. But there were a lot of people that did put
I
their
don't
foot
like
in their.
that. I hate that. That makes that's.
I'm with you.
We sound spirally saying that shit.
100%.
It doesn't. It's not a good look. I would rather
That's how I
not say
feel.
anything at all than being like, "Well, there's a like, come on, how is the sun? How I can't unless like the model sucks, guys. That reflection sucks. I think it's
Right.
going the wrong way too. Like it's
Yeah.
supposed to go from left. It's supposed to be going counterclockwise. On that model, it looks like it's going clockwise. Sure, like the sun's going this way, or like it's going this way, and then this thing's
Right.
going. That's the way it looks. So that's the opposite. Am I seeing it wrong? I don't know. That's what it looks like to me. I don't know.
I'm seeing it. I'm seeing it the same way that you're. Yeah, I'm seeing it that way too. And I just think the whole look isn't good. And I think a lot of people put their foot in their mouth early on. A lot of the big names. David Weiss, Eric Dubay. I mean, a lot of that stuff was there. Again, in Eric Dubay's book, a lot of the proofs did have to do with that. There's no 24-hour sunlight in Antarctica. So
He
it's
does
like,
say something about like in the satanic books that it accounts for it. I don't get
Right.
it.
Has
Well,
and-
anyone considered this, though? Has anybody considered this? We are dealing with something that has cyclical patterns. This is why I emphasize the repetition of the observation.
Cyclical?
Is it
What does that
possible
mean?
that this? Well, here's the thing. We've seen several reports already in the past of people in the past in Antarctica claiming, one, that there is a 24-hour sun, and then other people saying that no, there isn't during this time of year. And I'm wondering, is it maybe, for instance, some kind of a cyclical pattern that repeats itself every so many years, just for shits and giggles, every 33 years or something like that, where this anomaly takes place? And that's why this year in particular was so important, that you bully all these people into going on the trip. The guy in Brazil did the same thing. And when the people down there bucked and said, no, let's go ahead and do it this year, he was like, oh, no, we'll just go ahead and wait till next year.
yeah,
Okay?
but
So you
stop.
think it's
stop
more like
it.
a Haley's Comet kind of a thing? Just
Well, yeah, I'm saying, look, we saw really something bizarre happen with the sun in the United States this year. We had 2 total eclipses that crossed the paths. Each path crossed each other. One of them had a wider shadow than the other one did. This is something that doesn't occur all the time. And people would have said, what? We had 2 full eclipses in 1 year? That's fucking
we have that every
crazy,
year.
dude.
Don't we have
Not
that
in
every
one
year?
place, though.
No, not in one place. No, but I
That's
mean
what I'm
somewhere in the
saying.
world there's.
So there's, well, yeah, but that cycle will repeat itself
You're right,
again
yeah.
in the future, and
But
has
stop.
been repeated before in the past. I'm just saying that's an open possibility, and that's why I say, in order to make this even close to scientific, is to have repeated observations. Now that brings me to just one more point.
All right, then
Based
Dave.
on what I observed in the videos, and from what all these people and the descriptions of the food and everything else that was given to them down there, I can't see any freaking way whatsoever that they can justify a $35,000 price tag. I'm sorry.
I I disagree on that because it's the whole supply and demand thing. I mean, if they have all those employees, they need to make it worth their time in order to do it. You know, I
Yeah,
mean,
if you got 70 employees for 5 or 10 people, that's ridiculous.
well, listen,
That's upside down to begin with. That's an upside down business model.
but here's the whole thing. But that's how I feel that they could justify charging what they charge. It's the whole capitalist sort of system. It's sort of like, okay, you charge if let's say you're the only guy in town with a bottle of water and everybody's thirsty. People will pay $100,000 for that bottle of water if it meant that they're the only ones that get to drink.
But did those guys sound like they were having a good time? It didn't
Who?
sound like this trip to me.
Jaron and them?
Say, oh my God, it's fucking cold. This is terrible. I'm tired. I'm warm. All this other stuff. That to me doesn't sound like, hey, you want to spend $35,000 to go to a cold ass place, freeze your nuts off, be miserable the entire time? Or how about let's go to Vail and do some skiing?
Listen, I'm with you. I mean, for me and you, yeah. But keep in mind, there's a lot of, I mean, in a world of what, 8 billion, there's going to be some people that just want to spend the money, that are millionaires, that are eccentric, that want to go and explore every part of the world. So, I mean, to me, it's not unheard of to have a few people that would be willing to pay a ton of money to go do something like that, to say, hey, look, I was in Antarctica,
Well,
Yeah,
let me
that's
just
for
real quick
sure.
dissect
It's the
that
open
business
market. It's
model.
free market. I mean, like,
Yeah.
well,
Let's take a look
if
at that
they're,
business
why not
model.
make
I'm
your
gonna
own?
I'm going to start a tourist company, right? I'm
Yeah,
going
you
to
should
start
do
a
it half
tourist
the
company.
price. You make a
Okay, I
fortune.
want to limit my consumer base down to the lowest denominator. Only people that have a lot of money to throw away. Okay, that's what I'm going to limit this down to, so that I've only got, and this is going to cause me to have to charge a lot of money to employ 70 people or more and have all this transport and all this other thing for 10 lousy freaking people at a time, or whatever the thing is. Dude, that's an upside down business model to begin with.
Well,
I
here,
think that it's priced like that to keep people from fucking going. And
Well,
that's
there-
as simple as it is.
there could be that, but keep in mind, okay, let's just say to keep that business afloat, okay, let's just say, okay, let's say there is 70 people. Let's say the whole thing is totally legit. What do you think those people, let's say, you're living in Antarctica, you're doing all that stuff. Of course, you're going to have to pay those people, what, about $1,000 a week to be there? So, okay, you pay them $1,000 each a week. That's 70 grand right there. Then you got to pay for that flight. I mean, that flight to charter that thing from Chile over there, I guarantee that's at least 50 grand,
With volume, that price
I have to go
goes
pee
down.
really quick, guys. You guys keep
You
going. I just got to
understand?
pee really bad.
Yeah.
So if I price it down so that I can actually take more people, I'm actually getting a higher volume of business, and I'm actually getting more advertisement too. Listen, nothing about the business model makes any damn sense at all.
Have you ever played the game Lemonade Stand?
Yeah.
Okay, well, dude, it's the same kind of thing. It's like, okay, it's because it'll be all these different things. How much sugar do you need to buy? How many lemons do you need to buy?
Right,
How much,
right.
and it's all dependent on the
Which is
temperature.
what
It's all
you take into consideration before you even go on a business venture like this. And then you're going to have to do your demographics. What kind of traffic am I actually going to get? I've actually limited now my consumer base to only a select amount of people. Right now, how many of those people, even though they've got the money to spend, how many of those people are going to want to come down here, huddle up in a tent, freeze their dick off? And that's what I'm saying. It right off the bat screams to me like, okay, we have this thing and you can go anytime you want, but it's out of the price range of most people anyway. So
okay, but again, even if you factor in, okay, let's say our world population is 8 billion. Okay. Just for sake of doing the whole thing. Okay, so let's say 1%. Let's say 1/10 of the world's population would want to do something like this. Okay, so let's say if we brought it down to, let's say, 1%, that would bring it down to 80 million. If we brought it down to 1/10 of the world population, that would still be 8 million people that may want to go to Antarctica. And of those 8 million people, you think, okay, let's say 10% of those people have the ability or the means to actually do it. Because you think of how many millionaires there are in the world. I mean, there's a decent, I mean, I don't know, I don't have the number on that, but I'm sure there's, millions and millions of millionaires. So, okay, so if you bring it down to 8 million people that would actually be capable and have the funds to do it, I don't think it's the worst business model in the world. I mean, I know you're coming from that perspective that you think that it's
Yeah,
just a way.
I'm looking at logic, right? Even if I'm an entrepreneur, man, I'm going to explore the entire thing route, right? And I can tell you right now that even you'd be further ahead. I mean, where are you going to make more money at? You're going to make more money selling 5 steaks at $100 a piece, or are you going to make more money selling a bunch of hamburgers at $1 a piece? You know where the money's going to come in at, right?
Yeah, but sometimes there's certain business models that actually that they don't want to have to deal with a million different customers. There's some businesses they would rather deal with limited customers but high end customers and then really cater to them. So I mean, to me, to have 70 employees did seem a bit excessive to me too, but then again, if you're catering to the multi-millionaires, to the super rich that want to spend this money to say that they've been to Antarctica, I don't view it as unheard of that they would cater to that select small group of people that would actually have the means to do something like this. That's just my take on it, you know.
Right.
Yeah, no, I
agree? Do you agree that it would, in order for this to be a valid observation, that it would have to be repeated?
Well, yeah, if we're gonna follow the scientific method, yeah. I mean, because we have to. Okay, well, observation is one, but then it's got to be tested, it's got to be verified, it's got to be repeated. So yeah, I mean, if I view this, if people are doing it right now, if Jaron and them are there, I think it's going to inspire a certain group of people to do it again next year, or maybe I don't know how many months out of the year they do it, or what is it, like 2 or 3 months out of the year that the 24-hour sun would even be visible there, right? Something like that.
Right.
So
well, I'll tell you another thing I would have done too. This is just me. If I was Duffy and I really wanted to do this, and I had people already down there, as he stated, and he's all tight with ALE and everything like that, I could have saved myself a shitload of money and said, hey, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to send you this equipment, and I'm going to send you this high-end webcam, and I want you to set this thing up so that it'll track the sun, and set it up so that we have a 24-hour live feed all the time from Antarctica of the sun during this particular period of time. And then we can do it next year, in the year after, and the year after, and it doesn't cost any more than what it does to turn the freaking camera on now, right?
But I'm with you. But again,
this was a big publicity stunt. That's all it was.
Well, listen, hey, I don't disagree with that. I think this was all about making a documentary. I think this whole thing, even that guy that came on last minute, it just happens to be a documentary maker that's coming on last minute from Hollywood. I'm like, dude, give me a break. That thing was a setup from the beginning. And I think even bringing that Lisbeth out.
That's a good point, man. No, you're making a valid point. There is a lot of that, especially with the Netflix. I guess next year there's going to be, they gave like what money to like 4 families, $40 million or $40,000 to prove it. There's something going on next year to really, really just put the nail in the coffin for Flat Earth for sure.
Well, I think even bringing on Lisbeth, or however you pronounce her, I've never heard of a name like Lisbeth. Isn't it Liz? Whatever, But the whole point is, like, even bringing her on, I think was like, okay, now we got to reach that demographic. Okay, we want to make this documentary interesting, so let's bring on a pretty girl, and one that's part of the whole thing. So now, you're sort of like bringing in, so you could reach different demographics to make this documentary something that's going to be appealing to, the different.
What do you think she's doing around there? What is she doing? What's she doing?
You don't know. You wouldn't want to know what I think she's.
I don't know. You didn't say anything, but just that made me laugh because like my sick brain went to horrible places, and I'm like, oh, thanks for giving me that image that I just created that you didn't even say. Thanks. That's really just confirmation of my own psychosis.
Dude, we're on the same page. Shit. But yeah, dude, I don't know. I view this, like Sav, I think this is a big publicity stunt too. And I think there was an ulterior motive to make this big documentary that I think they're going to make out of it. Right. And, but again, I think we need to humble ourselves a little bit to say that the 24-hour sun doesn't mean anything. I'm like, dude, if you would have asked any of us a year ago, if the 24-hour sun in Antarctica was shown to be true, if that would mean anything, I'd say 99% of the community would have said, yeah, it sure does.
Yeah, you're right. There's a lot of copium going on for sure.
Well,
and you're being like
I think
Appreciate
I
you
can
saying that.
safely say, though, that I've said this for the longest time, that if a 24-hour sun in Antarctica is observed, it will mean that there is some kind of an anomaly with the sun that we don't fully understand yet. And that's all that it's going to mean.
Would you have said that a year ago?
Yes.
All right. I mean, well, it's easy to say now, you know. I mean, the fact is, I think a lot of people were saying it, including the big names, David Weiss, Eric Dubé, you know. I mean, there's audio clips of everybody saying this.
At the very first, I thought, okay, if it doesn't track this way, then that's going to be a problem, right? That's going to be a problem if it doesn't track a certain way.
Yeah.
But then I've also as I thought about it more and more, I'm going, okay, wait a second. I already think this place is bigger than what we're shown by any map that is anybody has access to. Okay.
Right.
Let's face it. That's a graphic representation under tightly controlled constraints that was drawn by not you. And that's what people are going by. Okay. So, all right. That's one thing of it. The second thing that hit me too is it was like God just put this in my head. Whereas I had just a flash memory of laying in bed as a car went north down my road at night and how the headlights coming in the window traversed south on the wall.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I was given that thought for a reason. Now, I know they like to get on us about, oh, well, what's your dome made of and all this other bullshit. Look, I don't know, but I do know this.
I tell them unicorn farts every time. I always unicorn farts.
Well, there has to be physical containment in order for us to even have air. That's just how it is. Now, what it's made out of and what its shape, I could assume a dome because that would be the most architecturally sturdy thing to have for such an enclosure. I would think the most space efficient and everything else. So, okay, there is some kind of an enclosure. Is it reflective? Well, there's documentation that states that, yeah, it is. I mean, our Bible says like molten looking glass. To me, water is like molten looking glass.
Is the Bible considered documentation, though? Do we consider the Bible documentation?
Let's think about this. We see aquatic style effects. That's the best way that I can describe it, right? And to say like molten looking glass, what does that actually mean? When you look into a pond, you're looking into a molten looking glass, a liquid reflection back at yourself. That's what I think is actually being said there, that there is a reflection, that this thing is like a mirror.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Well, I'm under the impression, I mean, I came to this realization probably 7-8 years ago that we're never going to know what we're living on. Because to me, it's like being like a tiny little screw on a pinball machine or something, or being, you know, a fishbowl, and understanding the concepts of what, you know, a fish in a fishbowl is not going to understand what the Atlantic Ocean is, or being a screw on a pinball machine isn't going to understand the game, or being, you know, the letter M on a keyboard isn't going to understand what the internet is. Like we're all of us are just subjective pockets of consciousness. So we have our experience that we're you know, living our lives experiencing right now. I think if we were meant to know the inner workings of what this whole existence is, I don't think that we would be in it right now, because I think we would be outside of it, because you can't be in it and understand it completely.
That's like the Tower of Babel. Like as soon as they try to like figure it out, they're like, okay, you beat the video game, but now we got to reset it. Thanks a lot. You know, curiosity, curious humans.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, if I was a god, like the last thing I would want my creations to do is figure shit out. I'd be like, just hang out. Do you want like your sheep? Do you want your sheep to be just wandering, going around, going like, "What's this? Where's this? Where's this? What's over there?" Like, be like, shut up and just be a sheep.
Well,
you know.
I'm with you, and also it's like, okay, play the game. Like it's almost like okay, we're in the midst of a game and we're choosing not to play by the rules because we're so interested in how did this game how it'd be like Super Mario being focused on. Okay, how did this tunnel get built?
What kind of code is this? Is this
right?
Yeah, is it? Yeah, exactly. It's like, dude, just stomp on the gooba.
Right,
Get
right,
the
exactly.
mushroom.
Try to get
Right,
to that,
yeah,
land on
I
the
know,
flag,
I
get your
know.
ass down there. Yeah, you know.
But I mean, it's the flat earthers, like, you know, like in Super Mario Bros. 3, when, like, you know, you do that like jump over and then you go to like those warps. See, those are the flat earthers. They're like, well, what's over here? And
Right.
then it's like, oh, you weren't supposed to know about this little warp to the 4th level and shit. But you did.
Right.
And that's I feel like that's what flat earthers are. We are Mario trying to find the cheat codes
Right.
of life.
Well, the thing is, and I don't think that there's anything inherently wrong with that, but I mean, because I think we're all curious people by nature. But the fact is, I think sometimes when we start missing out on the things that we're supposed to be doing in life as a result of spending all this time trying to focus on the inner workings of what we think this thing is, rather than maybe bettering ourselves or helping the community or bettering relationships or, you know, things like that, I think if that takes a back seat to this, then there's a problem with it.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I don't know. Again, here I am 9 years later, still looking into it. So it's like, who am I to say anything? You know, because obviously I fell into the trap too. But I think a lot of these things, they're exactly that they're traps that you don't get out of. You know, and the deeper you go in, it's like, you know, like they say, going into deep in the rabbit hole or whatever. It's like, it's hard to get
I
out
know.
of it
Every
once you
time
start.
it's like, sorry, your princess is in a different castle. Damn it!
Right. Then
It's
you're like,
true.
I spent all that
It's
time
always
doing
in a
that for
different
what?
castle.
Yeah.
Always. By the way, NDB, what are you showing me here? Are you allowed to be this close to a school? What's going on here? I don't understand what I'm looking at here. Is this girls volleyball in high school? What are we looking at? Oh, guys, I can't tell. That's strange. Anyways, NDB's at the Special Olympics because he is special. All right, is Lowry just gone? Is he at his Christmas party? Should I boot him? I'm just
I
gonna
thought he
hide
was
him
just
off.
getting smokes, you know?
Oh, right.
Well, I mean, who knows? I don't know.
Oh, that's much better though. See, four works out here.
Right.
Oh man.
But again, I think a lot of this, like the reason I sort of came to that conclusion myself a while ago is that we're never going to know, is because a lot of the so-called flat Earth proofs in the beginning, I tested myself because I actually wanted to test and see, okay, is this legit? Is that legit? What's going on here? What's going on there? I remember. Do you guys remember early on the one of the guy walking across the football field and his feet slowly start disappearing? You remember that one?
Yeah.
Okay, well, this was like 8-9 years ago, whatever. And I remember thinking, wow, I'm like, I had no idea that perspective worked at that, like, well, just 100 yards, and all of a sudden his feet start disappearing. I'm like, that's crazy. So I went to my old high school's football field. I brought my P900 camera. I did this whole thing where I'm walking down, I'm doing all that stuff. And I went back, I looked at the footage. I'm like, it didn't do that. I'm like, what the hell is this? You know? So then
Interesting.
well, then I realized I'm like, well, there's a crown in the field. Like most fields for drainage, they have to have the field peaked at the middle, at like the 50-yard line, and then it sort of slants from there. So when we saw that guy walking, his feet didn't disappear because of the flat curvature. Just I mean, the flat curvature, the flat field and perspective. You know, it was because there was a crown in the field, and where he set the camera was beneath the crown. And then when he started walking over the crown, all of a sudden his feet started disappearing. So
What
like
you're saying
early,
is there was shenanigans in the flat Earth proofs as well, is what you're saying.
early on, and I realized that early on because I'm like, well, wait a minute, is this a setup now? Because you got all these people reposting this video saying, look, this is how perspective works on a flat plane. Things just disappear. You know, the further you walk, and look, this guy's only walking 100 yards and his feet are already removed. And I'm like, okay, I just did that experiment. That didn't happen. And then I remember thinking, I'm like, okay, let me go high up because you know I'm in Chicago. I'm like, let me go to the Sears Tower. Let me zoom in because I'm thinking I could get the sun if I got the P900 camera. I could really zoom in on this thing and bring it back when it disappears. Well, you can't do that, you know.
No, you
And
can only bring in what can already be seen. Look, perspective is a real thing, and this is why it's a shame that they'd stop teaching art class.
right,
Okay,
I'm with you.
and
Yeah,
that's it. And probably one of the biggest reasons they did too, because it's very, very important.
yeah,
The horizon rises up relative to eye level. That horizon line now obstructs your field of view beyond it. You have lost about 50% of your field of view now due to the horizon line itself. That's all it is.
Listen,
It's
I'm with it.
nothing, it's no curvature or any of that other. And you're right. There are these people out here that put this shit out here and they
Right.
say, oh, here's definitive proof, this, that, and the other. Look, I'm going to tell you one thing. Videos are not proof of shit, because video and photography have been able to be manipulated since their inception. We had people making ghost videos back in the late 1800s merely by using the reciprocal properties of film and removing the subject from the frame so that they would start being replaced with the objects behind them. Stop the exposure halfway
Pepper's
through.
Ghost too. They did that
Voila,
in the
you have a
1800s.
ghost. It's not
But stop.
hard.
Okay, that being said, though, how you were saying, oh boy, wouldn't it have saved, what's his name, Duffy, a lot of money if he just had somebody, film the 24-hour sun. At this point, there's no chance any of us would have accepted that. You know what I mean?
What do we got now? We have recorded footage claiming to be a 24-hour sun. Again, like I said, when they started this shit show, we're in the same boat we were in when it started. We are relegated to other people's stories that supposedly went there. You got to take out personalities. People are too caught up in freaking personalities and emotions with this thing. I don't give a shit if they sent 5 NPCs, 5 people I don't even know. I don't care. I'm looking at the data. I'm being objective. Jaren's my friend. I like Witsit. I got to take that off the table.
Yeah.
I also hate McToon. I have to take that off the table. I have to look objectively. What have I gotten from this shit show so far?
Okay. Well, can I say, because that's the exact attitude that I had with it early on. And I mean, to this day, that's still the attitude that I have. But here's the problem. In this community, I was sort of, extradited or whatever you want to say, as a way of presenting evidence that went against what people were promoting. Like when David Weiss was promoting that sun fade out thing, and I showed videos of me taking sunrise videos with my P900 in Chicago, in Mexico, over Lake Michigan. And then I'm telling him, like, Dave, hey, listen, it's not working the way that you're saying it is. And even if you're going, because you're saying you got to do it with in conditions that have no humidity, I would go out specifically on days like that. And then I would show him that. And then rather than saying interesting, or well, maybe that's the wrong term. We know what happened to Jaren by saying that. But what I'm saying is, rather than him finding it interesting, he ended up sort of shunning me from the community and saying, oh, you can't trust Dave Sims. I'm like, can't trust Dave Sims. I'm like, dude.
Can you give us a deeper rundown on like what went down? Because I'd like to know, because obviously I like where you're coming from. I've also known Dave Weiss for 10 years, so I'd like to know, like, bring us the history of that. I'd like to know exactly what happened.
Yeah, it started. I went to Mexico. This was like 7 years ago, and before I went, I was talking to Dave through email, and we were talking about a whole, like, different tests that I could do. Different, well, I don't want to say tests, but different observations that I can make. And we were sort of going over all the different things, and we came to the realization that, okay, basically, if you think of the sun in terms of parallax, because the way that the flat Earth model, or I don't know, we don't want to call it a model, but the way that it works, when the sun is furthest away from us, that's when it should be moving its slowest. Because, like I said the other night in Saab's stream, for the people listening, that when you're driving a car, when you're on the expressway, you're driving, and there's a mountain range, 2 miles away from you, that's going to move extremely slow in comparison to the speed limit sign that's right next to it.
Parallax, yeah.
But parallax, yeah. Is that what I said? Did I not say parallax?
Parallax, yeah. But I understand. Keep going.
Right. Yeah. And so I'm like, okay, so if I zoom in on the sun when it's furthest away from us, the sun should be moving extremely slow, because now it's at the horizon line. What ended up happening was the exact opposite. When I zoomed in with my P900 and I saw the sun hit the bottom of the horizon line, it set within less than 3 minutes. In less than 3 minutes, that thing set. And I'm like, it's moving faster at the horizon line than it is how we observe it normally, which goes against parallax. So if that thing is far away, there's no way it should be acting in that manner.
Yeah. So let me speak to that real quick. So we did an observation at the solar eclipse, and we watched it go down, 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 and then sit. We were on top of a 5-story parking garage just south of Buffalo, and it sat there, and it sat there, and that was weird because it should have kept going down if we're rolling back. So like this is where the rubber meets the road here. Like my observations haven't seen that. I've only done probably maybe maximum of 5 observations of sundown. But that was a really important one to me because I was up on top of a 5-story thing. I could see it go down and then sit. And then they chemtrailed the shit out of it after that. And then we couldn't see what happened after that, but it did sit at a certain point. What Dave calls the deck of opacity. Right?
Right. Okay. Gotcha. But Lowry, all right, here's the thing. Because I filmed it 2 different ways because I did it with my iPhone and I had the P900. When I was filming it with my iPhone, the exact same sunrise or sunset, it did what you're saying, that it appeared to just sit there. But the thing is, when you actually have a better camera with a better zoom and you're actually zooming in on the thing rather than just looking, because there's optical effects. When you're looking at something on your iPhone or certain cameras, the optical effect will make it appear a certain way.
What's the position you're coming from? I just want to understand, like what are you saying that you're seeing versus what I've seen so far? I just want to know what your position is. You're saying what the sun is actually going down at the right speed versus what I've seen looking at it going down at the wrong speed. So what do you have?
So what I'm saying, if you had a P900 for the one that for the sunrise or sunset that you saw,
we had
sunset, right?
We had a P1000 and a drone.
Okay, but I'm saying because the video that David Weiss puts up, the one that he has of the sun fade out.
Yeah.
Okay, that's not done with the P900 or P1000.
That was done on his drone. That was done
on his drone with what, an iPhone, right?
Whatever his drone camera is.
Yeah. So the point is that camera, that is not equipped to actually to make an observation and then to make the kind of claim that he made. The kind of claim that he made was
the original fade out, Dave, was taken at a very high elevation.
No, but Dave, what I'm saying is the camera matters. Because
well, one of the things about that too is that you gotta repeat that, and I'll tell you why. And I have seen this actually myself with my own eyes, being up in mountains. Okay, when I was out west. And the reason that you get that more of a fade out effect rather than that setting effect that we're getting down here on the ground is because with the elevation, you've increased your field of view. But not only have you increased your field of view, you've eliminated the moisture, much of the moisture that you just can't get rid of at the bottom. You've also gotten rid of a lot of atmospheric lensing that takes place too.
Listen, I'm with you to a certain extent because that's why I've filmed sunrises and sunsets in all different conditions. And I've got a bunch of these videos on my channel if you want to look at it. But the fact is, because when I would go up from a high elevation, it didn't make a difference. The way that the observation that I'm saying is dependent on the camera that you're using. When I'm zooming in, when I have the exact same sunrise, and I got the iPhone here and I got the P900 here, okay? And I see it looks like it's just sitting there when you're looking on the iPhone. But then when you zoom in with the P900, it's not just sitting there. And once it hits the horizon, it goes down in less than 3 minutes. I mean, and again,
let me just tell you what my observation was at the eclipse. We were on top of the parking garage. We went up. He flew his drone all the way up. It sat. So apparently you've had a different observation than I have. I'm just saying what I've seen. That's all I'm working with here. I'm saying what I've seen. I saw the sun sit. I saw it with my own eyes. It sat way beyond what you would think, and then finally disappeared. So that's what I've got. That's where I'm working with here.
Light is a really funky thing to be trying to say that you know things about too. I mean, anybody. I mean, even your most based optical experts and shit will tell you that we don't really understand light. There's a lot about it that it just does.
I'm with you. I didn't even believe in the speed of light. Me and Morguy.
I don't either.
Like 5 years ago, we had a whole conversation on my channel about that. How with the speed of light, I mean, because it can't be, because they say it's a particle and it's a wave, right? And if it was a particle, it would kill you, or wind would affect it. Because you know what I mean?
Well, I don't
because
buy any of that shit.
It's a field.
I don't
It's
buy
a
any of it.
field of
Right.
emitted energy. That's it. It's just a
perturbation.
field of emitted energy. It's not a wave. It's not a particle. They say it behaves like both because it's neither. It's a field of propagated energy. That's it. And it is
How do they even
limited.
do that at tests? You know, when they say that they have like those tests where like one's looking and one not, like when they say particles going through, like I imagine these tiny little balls, but like
Aside from
microscopic.
Nicholson
What
Morley,
kind of test is that?
it
It's
is
like a
it
bull.
is it is the strangest thing that you
I
will
don't even
ever
believe
look
it's
at.
a real test. Like how do
I
they
don't
do
think
that?
it is either. Yeah.
What is
I'm
this?
with you.
Oh, we could see particles. Atomic sized particles. We saw a couple little tiny balls. What? How are they
Yeah.
doing that? And we
It's
just
ridiculous.
watch this shit like, oh yeah, that you know, the particle split experiment. Like, what the fuck kind of technology is
Well,
like
there you go.
showing
Did
a
they
fucking little
actually
ping
even do it,
pong
Crumb?
like
Did
tennis
they actually
table
do
of
it?
just I
Did
don't
they
know.
actually do it, Crumb, or is it just one of
No,
those
that's what I'm
fucking
saying.
stories
Like
that they give us?
it's a
Yeah,
story.
exactly.
It has to
News
be.
and all that other shit.
And
It's
then
just
we
stories they
regurgitate
give us.
it.
Well,
Yeah,
because
we don't know.
they already gave the storyline of how fast the speed was of the speed of light was supposed to go in the late 1700s, you know, or early 1800s. So now it's like science by numbers. Oh, we know it's supposed to fit within what they said it was. So now we're gonna create this so-called experiment to actually match what our preconceived idea of it already was.
We're into the world of spelling now, so that we know that we're into the world of spelling now. So like what you're actually talking about is something that was obviously taught to all of us. We were all globers. All of us were globers until this whole bullshit happened, right? What I got and what I can work with is my eyes and what I can look at. Okay. So like, okay, so they've got particle versus wave. It can be two places at one time. Okay, maybe it can. You know, this is mysticism shit. It's what I would call pseudoscience. I can actually look and watch the sun do something, and I could see where it is in the sky. And down south, and Sav, I know you're going to be pissed off at me on this. Down south, they're seeing it at a certain position. If we get a position from them, I'm going to be like, that fucker is over there. You're seeing it over there. That's it. That's all I got. I got nothing else. I got no pseudoscience or book shit or whatever Rockefeller bullshit that's been fed to us for our whole life. All I know is here and here. Right?
Yep.
What do we got here? Sun setting over flat Earth. What do we got?
Oh yeah, Mojo just throw this in the chat because it's, you know, effed up world. Made this 6 hours
Isaac,
ago.
the sun is getting to that point, and it's just kind of sitting there in the same spot and disappearing.
Again, though, that
This doesn't
okay.
happen
No, let's
every
let it go.
This is
time the
not-
sun
this
goes
isn't-
down.
Right.
But these are videos that I've taken with my drone from about 1,500 feet
There you have it with the drone.
in altitude. So the sun is washed out by the thickness of the air down low to the ground. Watch as it starts to set before it makes it to the horizon. And it starts to set from the bottom side up, just as it would if you were at the ocean and it was appearing to go down into the water. The bottom would disappear first.
Can we play my video after this?
Yeah, but say
Yeah, we want to see everything. Yeah.
I'm with you. I'm
man.
sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt. My bad.
no, that's it. That's
I mean,
the
we've,
whole video.
we've
and-
all seen thousands of these, and we've been through the whole
Yeah, no.
experiments and
No, send me your
everything.
video.
But I'd love
Like,
to see
honestly,
what you
send
got.
it. Like,
Wait, can you actually? Because I'm on my phone. I have no way of accessing
yeah.
it.
Where
Very
you
good.
go to your thing.
Yeah, go to my channel and look. There's one sunrise or sunset over Mexico, and then another sunrise.
Where did you and
Something
Dave? Where did you and Dave go to differences? Because I know that he blocked you. I talk to Dave like once every a couple days. So like, let me know
Yeah.
where you came to difference with him, because I'd like to know and place this on like your video that we're going to watch so that I can understand why
Right.
you guys are at difference. That would be helpful for me.
Okay. Well, this is what got me, because once I showed Dave, because when I was in Mexico, I sent him the videos right away, and me and him were emailing back and forth. And I'm like, okay, this is interesting. I'm like, it's not what we expected it to be, but I still find it interesting. And he right away totally backtracked on everything we agreed to earlier and all the things that we talked about. And I said, Dave, I'm like, come on, now you're going back on what you just said. Me and you had these agreements ahead of time. What
Can
you
you tell
should
me
do.
what that? I want to know what that was. What was
Well,
the actual disagreement? I'd like to know what that is.
the whole parallax idea, the whole that the sun should be moving very slow once it hits the horizon line.
What do you suggest? I'd like to know what you suggest. What do you suggest that you're viewing? I'd like to know that. Because
What
I'm not taking sides here, man. I just want to know where your position is versus his, and where the rubber meets the road. You know, as far as how you feel that the sun is behaving.
Okay, the sun is not behaving in the way that I thought that it would be sitting on the horizon line. Because that's what me and Dave both agreed to before I made this observation. Keep in mind, this was early on in the flat Earth days. This was 8 years ago. So, you know, people are making observations then and doing all these sorts of things because we're sort of in the dark on everything. So at that point, that's why I'm doing things like walking over the football field to see if my feet actually disappear, like in those other videos. I was doing all those observations to try to either verify or to, dismiss the things that were actually being said. And so when this came, and Dave started really getting mad at me because it didn't do what we agreed on beforehand. And so I'm like, Dave, come on. Then he starts slandering me to the community. I'm like, dude, this is totally uncalled for because I'm making an observation that goes against what you're claiming that the Earth does. You shouldn't slander me to the community.
So
instead, we should embrace it.
What are we looking at here? I just for the sake of
check it out real quick, guys. I got to roll. I got a show coming up in about 20 minutes, and I got to get everything all straightened around here. So,
right on.
What are we looking at? Whose
Whose
video is this?
This is my video. Yeah.
Okay, good.
This is the one you were talking about, right?
Take a walk.
This is I think this is the one over Mexico. Stop. Well, okay. Well, all right.
But no, let's check this out. I haven't seen this. I'm looking forward to seeing this. Hold on.
Cool. This was taken with both cameras. I think this was the one with the iPhone and the P900 at the same time.
So this is time lapse.
Yep.
Okay.
So I was doing the time lapse with the iPhone here.
Was this on the West Coast?
This was in Puerto Vallarta.
Is that what? Sorry, you have to tell me. Is that West Coast? I'm not processing. Is this in Mexico?
Mexico. Yep.
And it appears to be going down to the right. Yeah. Is that what you guys are seeing? Can you back it up? Yeah. Back it up and like I want to see I want to see the direction of where it's going. This has been my big fucking thing over this whole thing. I want to see which direction it's going. So it's going down, obviously, or down to our perspective out. And then it appears as though it's going north and west. Are we agreeing on this, or does anyone have another agreement on what we're looking at here? Back it up.
I would say that's kind of. I mean, I don't say that that's irrelevant. It's irrelevant in what we're trying to show right now. But we could go back to that if you want to go back to that afterwards.
Okay. Let's look at it.
So now this is with the P900, the exact same sunset. Dude, this view was pretty freaking badass when this boat came right in.
This is beautiful, man. This is great.
Yeah. How far? I wish I knew how far out that boat was. That would be really interesting.
I know. Yeah, I wish I would have known.
It's not very far. I'm just by you zooming back. It looks like it's about 2-3 miles out. So that's probably not useful in this conversation. But so that what we're looking at the sun. That
but here, wait. Okay, wait. Go back a little bit. Here, Crumb, go back 10 seconds. See how right now
I went back too far. Okay,
that's all right. So when you back up far enough like that, now it kind of looks like the sun is just sitting there, right? Because you're getting all the optical effect from the rest of the sun, from the rays or whatever you want to say.
Like the reflections kind of making it look like it's a full circle.
Right. But watch when you zoom in, a lot of that outward light that looks like that's the sun right now is not actually there. Here, when I zoom in more, you see how the sun now was a lot smaller than that big ball of light that we saw prior to that.
Interesting. Yeah, that doesn't really.
Yeah, that's to me. I haven't seen a video. Has a lot to do with this.
I see what you're saying. So, like that little circle right there, you think that's.
Yeah.
Yeah, that does look like it's behind the physical horizon.
Well, again, so now when I'm zooming in, now this is full on zoom. I didn't have a tripod either, so I'm zooming. I'm trying to hold this camera. Any tiny little movement, so I had to keep a real steady hand because any tiny movement would totally, get the sun out of the view here.
Right.
But as you see, it's not as much as I zoom in. You're never bringing it back. It's still at the horizon and it's still going underneath and it's happening. The thing that gets me the most is how fast it goes down. It goes down in under 3 minutes.
Okay. So is your position that it's going behind the horizon?
I mean, again, I don't want to make any conclusive, statement on it because
I'm just trying to figure it out.
You don't have to,
think
man.
it's-
You're just
you think
showing
it's
us some
going
evidence, and
behind,
it's
right?
cool.
You're
We could
showing evidence.
speculate on this. I
We're
mean,
cool.
that
Right.
is
We're cool
different.
as a fan here. Like you're saying that's going behind a horizon, which is a
No, he's not saying
Apparently-
anything. He's just saying that he took this video, and that's what's up. That's
Okay,
it. He
cool.
took a video.
Right.
all right.
Yeah. And just again, it does appear to go behind the horizon. It doesn't appear to be able to be zoomed back in. That's for sure.
Yeah.
And again, the further out you are, it appears that the sun is a ball. But then when you actually zoom in close, you see all that extra light that was outside of it was just an optical effect. Because when you actually zoom in, you see, oh, it's actually just this little portion, not that giant portion.
Right. I will say after this weekend and after the last 4 days that like I have a brand new appreciation for how this place was set up. Because I just from my own personal eyes looking where the sun's supposed to be and then where the sun's supposed to be over the apparent position of Jaron and Witsit. I only have to assume that they're actually there. I can't. There's nothing I can debate about that. I have to believe in them because I've spent years hanging out with these guys talking about this astronomy and this place we're living in, this cosmology. I have to presume that they're being righteous. Yeah. So like, and again, this is really simple shit. This is like grade school kids could figure this out. And I really will tell you this. You look south 180 degrees out of my loft, sun 180 south. It goes this way and it goes over there. I'm looking at it. Got a guy in Denver that looks at it the other way, southeast. And we triangulated. It's roughly somewhere southern United States and or over the Gulf. They've got observations 8,000 miles south over their head and or going back and behind their head. That doesn't make sense to me spatially. From a spatially conscious person, I'm looking over here. It doesn't make sense that Jared's seeing it way, way over there behind his head, which means either A, we've got a reflective issue, or B, we've got an alternate source of light. I don't care one way or another, which either way, from my observation, that's what it looks like. That's the best I can give to this conversation. The mass, the everything else, the observation. I look over here, sun's supposed to be over here. Sun's supposed to be up above Jaron over here. Yeah, I'm looking at it over here. And then my buddy in Denver is looking at it in the exact spot that I saw it, triangulated roughly southern United States. That's it. There's nothing else to this thing. Nothing else. We're either seeing a different sun than what they're seeing, or there's an alternate light source. And there's my rant. And I'm sorry. I promised not to beat that dead horse, but I did it again. I'm sorry, guys.
No. I'm having trouble trying to understand. El Greco in the chat says magnification will make it move faster. I don't understand that logic. It's going to like.
If you see bodies, you see the sun or moon, it gets closer to the horizon.
Seem faster, but like the time it takes for it to go from above the horizon to there doesn't change just because you zoom in.
I think it would just make it bigger because you get more atmosphere. It magnifies it even if it's moving away. It magnifies it, especially when you see the moon at the horizon or the sun at the horizon. It's bigger because you're looking through more atmosphere. It's magnifying it. And it's a weird concept when the sun's moving away. It doesn't appear to be getting smaller unless there's a drier day or something like that. Was Dave's famous shot where he shot it on a very dry day. Thing actually disappeared above the horizon, right? But there's some.
I don't believe that sun fade out thing. I think is nonsense. The sun fade out.
Well, I mean, I guess all we got there then is like we trust Weiss's observation or not. So like, here's where you go.
I've seen tons of videos that aren't flat earthers like show sunsets, and they do that. Like people that have nothing to do, don't want anything to do with flat earth. They're just like on vacation. They're like showing.
Yeah, the best thing you can do.
The sun fade out. You're saying?
Yeah, and the best thing you can do is like don't trust us, man. Get yourself into a drone situation, get it up above, and see if you can get the same observation. That's
but what I'm saying, the sun fade out. So much of it has to do, like I said, with the camera. Number one, but number two, when you're using optical zoom versus digital zoom, when you digitally zoom in on something, it totally changes what the actual image is. So and the David Weiss one was done with the digital zoom because it's done after the fact. So it's like post production. So it's like,
rendering something that you're not seeing is what you're saying?
Right. It's all of us being musicians. It's like putting the effect on after, or you know how you can
as we're
record
doing it.
Right. But yeah,
Yeah,
how
there are a
you
lot
can,
of telescopes that do that. Like, you know, like they'll add the CGI in Disney like for you. They're like, you don't want to see this guy naked. Here's what we want it to look like, and a lot of telescopes will do that too. So yeah. I mean,
yeah.
But what you're saying is that it's just filling it in, is what you're saying. Like the digital zoom might be more of a computer kind of doing it for you.
Well, because I think digital zoom is like 5x or something like that. So it takes whatever
Oh, it's
the
like
image is.
87x, I think.
Or yeah, I'm sorry, yeah. But so when you start doing it and you zoom in, all of a sudden the image itself just sort of dissipates.
Mhm.
And that's what's going on with the David Weiss footage. The sun in reality is not doing that. That's what I'm saying. The drone footage, that's fine. If you had a great camera, if you could put a P900 on a drone and zoom in on that and then show me a fade out, hey, I'll believe it. But when it's just being done with a iPhone or a camera that you're not doing that and then you're digitally zooming afterwards, that's not scientific at all.
If you want to, Dave, I've got, this is the little bit that we put together from 5 Stories Up in south of Buffalo. There's also cameras on cameras looking at this. I don't know if you want, I can make that big if you want. This is a.
What's up, guys? I'm
What's up, man? Are you refereeing
a basketball game. It's halftime.
Are you working at what was it, Foot Locker right now? Or are you one of those? You one of those guys that are gonna like shoot me a tequila shot in Tijuana and with the whistles and shit? Like, all right.
Oh yeah,
I'll fucking put a technical on your ass and throw you out of the game, Crumb. How about that?
Oh, God damn it, MVP! How dare you? God damn dare you?
This is a 6-minute video. If you guys want to cut it short, you can watch us filming each other's cameras and doing a thing. I just feel like it's kind of fun to like, let's just do this.
It looks like this guy offended you. Like you're about to be like, hey man, you're stepping on my dick.
Well, that's
hey, I was there. Ain't that
Andy B was there.
Yeah.
So like,
here we go. A mile farther or 10 miles farther, you would swear that's the fucking ground level. Yeah.
I've got it at full volume. Sorry, there's extras on my channel, so I have an intro. So this was after the trip in April, and there was a lot of chemtrailing to do. A lot of that. But what we do is we've got some shots from iPhone, we got shots from a drone. He goes up, then we also shoot a shot at an iPhone. We're looking at Dave putting through his drone. Here we go. It really is. So no sun. No sun over the road.
Right, yeah.
That view is 1,600 feet.
It was a beautiful sunset after the fucking chemtrail solar eclipse.
Yeah. Where did Dave go? Dave disappear? We lost her.
Hey, that's my music in my truck. That's where I am.
So this is the weird one, guys. This is the one that like still baffles me to this day. So we got a couple of phones on phones.
Check on this from two different angles.
We got a shot of the sun right there. Can't see it through that vision, but you can.
We might have 3 different angles here.
Uh-oh, they blowing the horn, boys. I got to go back to work.
The sun's well behind the
I'll let y'all watch.
We're up at 1,600 feet. It's just up high enough to get over the mountain. We've seen a sun fade, not a sunset, a sun fade. Very shortly.
Straight up. You can't see it too far.
And also, they sprayed the fuck
Yo,
out of
British
the
B, I heard that's debunked.
Andy B,
I saw that.
Much they sprayed that
I
day?
saw that thing on Joe Rogan too, but I don't think it's real about the moon.
So you notice it's going to fade.
What?
It's going to fade.
725.
Fuck off.
Exactly.
Good answer.
Exactly.
Only
Into
reason why I
itself.
remember
It's
that
not
is
going
it's
to
recorded.
dip below the horizon like
Things.
Globies like to
Or
talk
two
about.
different things because the drone
It
doesn't
is
record
going
audio.
to just fade away because it's local. It's not that far away from us, and it's just too far to see it after a while because of perspective. That's what's going to happen.
Yeah, but look how flat that is.
And that's still my
Well,
position.
not exactly that shot. There's a few mountains in there.
No, I'm not looking at your
It's a
shot.
topographical stationary plane in aggregate. You're ruining my
That's
shot.
where that's what the drone sees. We can't see the sun at all. It's below the mountain from us.
Using their search feature. So if you want to make a video of every time that Dave says history, bro,
It's there, 226.
And that's zoomed in pretty good, yeah.
228. So we can't see it above the mountain, but that's for the drone sees it. And I think the drone was up about 1,500 feet above
and go through
on the parking deck.
Lowry, I'm here, by the way.
Now it's starting to compress.
See, now it's gonna because it's clear.
It will compress.
It's gonna, that line is actually not the ground. That is the atmospheric deck of opacity.
Yeah.
And it's gonna go beyond it.
So you see this compression. It looks like you're smashing a balloon down. So
Can you hit pause
it gets
for
a
1
little
second?
elongated.
Yeah, I can. Yeah, hold on. Let me just go in here.
Yeah, see, it's gonna.
This has been of contention of most everybody that talks to Globers and Flatters is why does the sun set? And we did a lot of experiments, right? This one is the one that we need to film more than anything else. Sorry, you were going to say something.
Well, I was just going to say, because I see that you guys are both using the iPhones on this. You know what I mean?
I'm using my iPhone against his shot from the drone. That's his iPhone is the one, the drone footage. I'm just trying to get a perspective so you know that it's real. In other words, I'm putting my iPhone to his.
Fair enough. Okay.
Just so that you see it. Yeah, that's it.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. You want me to start?
Yeah. Go ahead. Yep.
Okay. There's not much more. There's like 3 minutes.
Gonna go behind the atmospheric deck before it fades out.
So we're gonna have kind of a smashing pancake effect here, right?
It's gonna look like a sunset, but the fact that it didn't go down for so long shows that we're not spinning.
Yeah.
And it's just going beyond. That line right there, that black line, is way higher than the drone, but it looks like it's at eye level, and the sun's higher than that, so it's just going beyond it, like it went beyond the mountains earlier. Now it's going beyond that deck of opacity. But remember how fast it went from here to there?
Yeah, and then it stayed.
Now it's just sitting there.
Just sitting there.
It's going beyond.
The second sunset. The second sunset.
Guys,
we had the first sunset. But
going away.
Yeah, so over that ridge is the sun. So his drone is catching the sun over that ridge. Now, either it's getting too far away or there's another ridge that's even higher and it's going behind that second ridge.
Nope, that second ridge is the atmospheric deck.
It's just getting squashed.
Oh, you still got it? Oh, let me see.
Yeah, that's
you
nice.
still have it. Nice.
It's just not going down. It
That's
literally
Zulu, by the way.
went down, and it stopped.
And then it
And now
stopped.
it's just
stayed in
friggin'
that
sitting
spot.
there as it
It
goes
should go
away.
flip and turn off in a second, right?
Yeah. Well, it's actually going beyond the atmospheric deck of opacity.
Unless you could get another 1,000 feet up.
It won't let me go up any higher.
Yeah, they won't let you
Just sitting there.
fly the drone any higher. If you did worry to fly the drone,
I will not let you do it. It's been gone. It's been gone for
10
20
minutes.
minutes. 20, yeah.
Air traffic, yeah. No, they don't want to let you go there.
There's your screen focus. The out of focus.
So yeah, so like you kind of that's how we evaluated it.
Yeah,
Just
look at that.
by observation, we filmed other people's films, and then eventually we
No,
filmed
that's
it.
that's the same thing everyone
Right.
picks up on all their shots.
It's
Okay.
They get this lens flare thing.
Did I give my opinion on it?
Yeah, go ahead. I'll stop it. This is
So
good.
that pattern,
I think the point has been
the actual
made.
eclipse, but
it's my phone too. My phone did it.
I got it
Um,
today.
Wait,
I don't know how to
where are we
stop the
looking?
Video, Crumb, if you want to pull
What
it
am I
off.
looking at?
I can't tell what I'm listening to. Is it the video or are you guys talking to me?
We're both
Oh,
talking and talking
that's
to video.
exactly where that little green thing was.
Is that in the,
Wait,
Yeah.
so should I just
So
Okay.
yeah, you can end that. And what I'm saying is basically is when you film other cameras, it's just proof that you're basically it's double proof, triple proof that you're looking at something coming from a drone camera. And that's what we did
Gotcha.
on top of that thing was that thing. So like
Right.
what we observed that day was a sun that we couldn't see beyond the range. And then we got up high enough and it sat there. And that's what we observed. There's nothing else to say about it. We just observed that. And to me, as far as my position is concerned, you've got an apparent position of a light source that exists for a lot of people in a lot of different positions over the course of this realm. And I will say that again, after these last 5 days, I am confirmed on this. When I look at it over here and it's down there 7,000 miles, 8,000 miles above somebody's head at the same time, if they're where they're supposed to be, that doesn't make sense to me in my observational person as I am. That's it. There you go.
Okay. Okay, a couple things on it. Number one, what I don't like is that David Weiss, it's like the power of persuasion, or it's like a hypnotist telling you things, putting thoughts in your mind as you're observing something.
What are you claiming? What are you claiming? That's all I want to know what you're claiming so I can actually work with this.
Well, the first thing that I noticed, he's like, oh, you see how it's fading, or you see how it's just going away from us. Like, he's already putting that message out there where I'm like, hold on. I don't like when people do that on any side, because I'm like, let me just make an observation without you telling me what the observation means. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, he's already influencing the way that.
What are you claiming? That's what I want to know, so I can.
Well, I'm just claiming that from a psychological standpoint. So, like,
that's fine. I got that one. Just what are you claiming the sun's actually doing as it goes away? I want to know so I can actually work this out in my mind.
Okay, gotcha. All right. So, okay, again, now you're looking at the phone. So you're taking a picture of his phone, and his phone is showing the image that he's getting from the drone, correct?
We're doing it double wide so we can. I was also looking at it. I couldn't see the sun. It had disappeared behind the mountain range. And
right.
Then we're actually filming his drone shooting the photography, which is double. It's kind of a double way to like observe. And then I was up there. I was there. I was actually on site when that happened. So I just want to know what you think he says is happening, whether it's true or not. I want you to tell me that.
Okay. Well, he's saying it's just moving further away, right? And he's just saying, and it's just going.
What do you think it is doing?
Well, wait. Let me just like get to the point, because
so that's the point. What do you think it's doing? We think it's going away. What do you think it's doing? And I'm not coming at you combatively. I just really want to know, what do you think the sun's doing?
Okay. Well, again, in my previous video, I kind of showed what I think it's doing. In this one, I'm going to make observations that I'm seeing that are.
That's what I'm saying. What do you think is happening with the sun right now in that video? Because I was there, so I want you to tell me what you're.
Lowry, I'm with you, but let me just finish what like I'm getting to, because I just want to clarify a couple things first. Like, number one, that the phone that because you're taking a video of David Weiss's phone, correct?
There were three phones. There was actually three phones on it. Yeah,
I'm with you, but I'm just saying in that video, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and then David Weiss's phone is streaming the image that he's getting from the drone, correct?
Yes, correct.
Okay.
The original.
I just want to clarify that. Yeah.
Yeah. That what we're shooting from my iPhone and from Nicole's iPhone. His video from the drone.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. I would say number one. Well, another thing I would say is that we're not seeing a sun fade out in that video. I don't see the sun dissipating into nothing. I see the sun doing exactly what it did in the video that I showed when I took two different shots of it. One.
Do you think it's going down beyond a physical horizon, or do you think it's disappearing? It's really that simple. Yes or no? Is it disappearing or going down beyond a physical horizon?
Well, I guess I don't like the binary choices, because I mean, what I'm saying is
there's really those are the choices. We have it disappearing behind a physical horizon.
Come on, Lowry.
We have it
Lowry, but false dichotomies. I mean, this is
it's really not. It's like that was there. So like, just tell me, do you think it's disappearing behind a physical horizon, or do you think it's disappearing into perspective?
I would say I don't know. That would be the intellectually honest response.
Okay.
I would say I don't know.
I appreciate that you don't know. That's cool. But if you're going to make a claim, I'd like to know if there's somewhere we're going with this conversation. Is it going down behind a physical horizon or disappearing? It's not a false dichotomy. It's just what it is.
Lowry, I'm not making a claim though. That like you're saying that the sun fades out. And I'm saying in that video that you just showed, I don't see a sun fade out or proof of a sun fade out. Number one.
So
Number two,
you're kind of on the side that it's disappearing behind a physical horizon.
again, you're trying to pigeonhole me and put me in a box where I don't want to be put in a box.
I'm just asking because like I know that you and Weiss cancel each other. I'm not against you, man. I just want to know what your position is so that I can operate from a psychological position and analyze what your position is. Is it going behind a physical curve or is it disappearing into perspective? That's all I want.
I would say I would check box number 3, which is I don't know. That's what I would say.
That's fair. That's fair. You
okay,
don't know.
And then, but beyond that, because you were saying that the sun just sat there. Remember, like before we watched the video, you're like, the sun just sat there for a long time. I would say the sun didn't just sit there because, again, that video, how long was the overall video? 4 minutes, something like that?
I don't know. I could go back and...
But whatever. I mean, it's irrelevant because the point is that, again, if we think in terms of parallax, the sun would be sitting there. I mean, if we calculated it, it would probably be sitting there for hours, not just 3 or 4 minutes. Okay. And so I think in the video the sunset videos and the sunrise videos that I took, it shows that the sun actually sets in a very quick time once the bottom of it touches either the physical horizon or the apparent horizon.
You're saying that it disappears behind a physical horizon. Is that what you're saying?
No, Laura, you keep wanting to put me in a box with that. I keep saying
I'm just saying there's 2 choices here. We've either got a disappearance into perspective or we have below a horizon. So like, what do you that's not pigeonholing you. I'm just asking what I'm observing, and I want to know what you believe. Do you think it's going behind some terrain?
I would say it appears to go behind a terrain, but is that a physical horizon? Is that an apparent horizon? I don't know. But what I'm saying is it doesn't fade out in the way that David Weiss claims that it does.
Okay.
It doesn't do that.
We're getting to the bottom of this. So like you're looking out and you're seeing something go behind something. It's say, call it mountains, call it the terrain, call it the land that's to the west of us, because we were looking west from Buffalo, New York, right? So what you're saying is you think that you've got a apparent position of a sun that's disappearing behind land, right? Am I clear on that or no? I just want to know where are you at on that?
I don't know why you're so fixated on that portion of it. Well, I guess
we can go to the other side. We can go to say, does it disappear into perspective?
I would say I don't know. I mean, my answer to this is I don't think we can know what this universe, what our existence is, because again, I think we're a subjective pocket of consciousness that is not meant to know the inner workings of everything. Because if we did, it would ruin the whole game.
You're supposed to have an opinion and be proud of it and push it on everybody. That's what our jobs are. How dare you sit there and do that?
I hear from my position.
What your position is mine.
There is a question of like, do we really need to know about all this? Well, I mean, it does.
Well, what does it matter? I got to work tomorrow.
Well, listen, I don't want to go down that route either. Right. I know. Yeah.
If you want to work through, generally through, say, this is a tough conversation, but if you want to work generally through, say, biblical versus anti-biblical, whatever, it does say in the Bible, test all things. I didn't grow up religious. I don't have religion in my life. But I do read the Bible as just a piece of literature. And I really read it because I want to know what the hell we're walking around in here. And it does say test all things. So that when my position was, let's test it. Let's see what happens. What's going on here? This is the conversation of the hour. It's the conversation of the year, if not our lifetime, other than your spiritual journey. And I want to know, what are we talking about? Disappearance into perspective or disappearance over a terrestrial and or a land horizon? What is your position on that?
Okay. Let me answer it this way, because I thought what we're debating here is whether the sun's fading out, right? It wasn't that the whole purpose of watching the video?
I think it's fading out. That's my position. Again, we're going to get more observations. We're going to do that. It appears as though through photography evidence that we've got a fading sun. Yes. So go ahead.
Okay. But again, so you're making the positive claim. So what I'm trying to say is, if you're making the positive claim,
I am making the positive claim that I have a friend that took photography and watched the sun disappear above the horizon. That's
appeal to authority. I mean, Lowry, come on, you know
authority.
These
Dave Weiss is not authority to me. He's not authority.
Okay. I'm gonna have to intervene at this point here. I'm sorry.
Well, no, I like this conversation. I don't mean it in a negative way at all.
This is getting circular. I'm not gonna lie. Why don't we just agree to agree that I'm right and you're wrong, and let's just disagree with anybody that opposes my views.
Let me ask you, like,
we'll
everyone
agree
in
to
the chat,
that.
really, like 10 years ago, would we have believed that we're sitting here right now arguing Earth is flat versus globe? I would never have thought it. And
I'm kind of okay, you guys. It's Christmas. What do you guys say? Here's what I propose to all the flat earthers and all the truthers and all the spiralers and everything that's going on in your brains, constantly thinking about this shit. I have a challenge for you guys. There you go. Get the guitar out. Just
I want to play some songs.
do nothing for until Christmas, until New Year's. If you guys can just keep your head out of this spiraling shit just for a couple of weeks, focus on what matters. There we go.
Look at this.
Never pull out your guitars. There we go. Much better.
This thing.
Life is better when we do this.
Yeah,
I mean,
I just love how all three of us just happen to be arm's length away from should I just no problem.
I mean, look, the angriness that happened yesterday was probably the toughest day I ever had in my 10 years of looking at this material. And frankly, I think we're coming out really good. I think everybody in the community, even though there's a lot of fighting and this and that, I think we're figuring out how to talk to each other. And please tell me, are you at 440?
Of course I am. Not one of you guys. 432.
I like 432, but you can. I'm in 440 here.
Why not 417 or fucking whatever number? It doesn't make. Don't get me started on this.
I'm with you on that. We got to have a discussion on that one day for sure.
Oh, somebody said Peckables Cannon.
I got to turn on my amp.
Oh, now you're making me crack a beer, dude. I gotta crack a beer before playing music.
Oh, good. Yeah. No, I've been handling the ghost wine.
Are you getting me there? Is that coming through? So flatter round, man. That's where we're at. Flatter round. It's a big night tonight out there in FB world. Flatter round. I'm still flat. I'm still flat.
I don't know. I could go back to the ball. I don't care. Whatever. I don't give a fuck. It's fine. Whatever. I'm open to anything.
Can you hear me? Can you hear my guitar?
I hear you fine.
All right, cool. Yeah. So this is it's a big deal, guys. It's one of the biggest months, I would say, in the last 50 years. And we're finding out some stuff, and we're going to argue about it, and people are going to get pissed off, and we're just going to keep making observations and keep figuring it out until we get it figured out. And that's just what it is. So I
agree, man.
Are you really just going to drop into classical? Are you seriously going to do that?
Somebody requested it. I saw it.
Because I don't want to play classical because I'm just I don't know it. If we're going to do this, I'm going to have to play some light stuff over the top of you. Maybe you should play.
I'm not playing. I just want to.
You guys are 440, you said, right?
I think 443 is my favorite now, and everybody must change because I just like it better. And also Nazis. They made us change it from 444 to 441.2 and a half. And I'm sorry.
Yeah. So Dave,
that one bugs
how
me.
This works, Crum and I have been doing this for years, and if you're going to do anything playing with us, you kind of have to do an airy lead part over the top while he does the rhythm, or else it's all discombobulary kind of thing. So
gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. So you have to kind of just pick out a little part that you want to do, and I'll pick out a little part. He plays the rhythm, or I play the rhythm, whatever. I think you should do. There's a problem with the globe.
I don't know.
Do you have a song called "There's a Problem with the Globe"?
I do.
Okay. So what do you want to do? What do you want to do?
You guys want to hear I don't know. I was thinking about just kind of ending this. I have this version of Feliz Navidad that I made a long time ago. I was going to play for you guys. It's a video. It has fart sounds, and it's ridiculous. And I'm sorry, it takes this adult conversation to a completely different place, but I have it synced up here, and I thought maybe we can kind of just watch it on the way out. I know you got to get to a party. I got to eat dinner.
Yeah, we're going
we're
to
jamming, dude.
Also, we're gonna join Sov, and Sov's gonna continue the conversation. In
we're
the
jamming.
But
No,
like, you're in rhythm, right? You got rhythm, Crumb?
I got rhythm.
I got rhythm.
I was just gonna sing that, dude. I got rhythm.
I got music.
You gotta play
across
lead,
more.
just like me. You gotta play lead with me or else it'll turn into a
Oh, God,
giant.
this is gonna sound
Okay,
like
so what key? What do we have a key that we're playing in, or
What key are
Always
you in? I don't care what key you're in. Just tell me.
C with Laurie.
Hey, dude, I got the piano here too. I can just do the piano if you want.
Okay.
Yeah, just play lead parts because it will get really wonky if you try to play
Okay,
rhythm.
C. Yeah. So the problem is I'm hearing like some of you guys aren't in stereo, so it's like it's just coming in weird. I gotta be honest.
I can stop. You can just play.
Wait, Crumb. But I was gonna say, Crumb, if you just lead the song, and me and Lowry just sort of we'll do the background noise.
Okay.
Yeah, we're just gonna play fluff. You just do whatever you want.
Something in the key of C.
That's C for me. Here's C for me. Is that good? Are you in tune, Crumb?
I don't know.
That's C for me.
You hear my C?
It sounds like it. It sounds like it. I think you're pretty close.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, okay. So, goddamn.
Lil Sweeney, he's like, chill, ninja. Sorry, I'm just like, we've done this so many times, Lil Sweeney. We're just like,
This is terrible.
we know this. We know this game. We know how it works.
Okay. So in the key of C or A minor. How about Hello everybody. Welcome to Monday night. Are you spiraling? Are you trying to figure out what's right? Have you lost your mind? Are you in time? Did you set your guitar to 432? If you didn't, well, fuck you. Laurie just gets passionate about the lies the world has fed us. But he's a good guy. He's a good guy. He's a good guy. Well, I came for the songs, but I stayed for the tuning. Thanks, Josh. Yo, Rico, tune those drums to solfeggio frequencies. Oh, yeah. Take it away. Hey Rico, I may join again in a couple weeks. Maybe. Oh, good man. Question mark. Question mark. Yo, my Santa hat is fire. It's giving me desire. watched that HBO show The Wire. That show was pretty good, I hear. 1990s, Netflix and chill. Netflix and chill. Hulu and kick it. Amazon Prime and chill out. Watching Crackle and vegging out. YouTube TV and slouching on the couch. Watching Rockfin and sitting on a love seat. This song's going good, huh? You guys having fun?
It was kind of a
Woo!
jam. Kind of a jam. I gotta pop over. I'm gonna do a little bit of Sov, and then we gotta go to a Christmas
No,
party.
I'm done. I gotta go to dinner.
And there's nothing but love in here for all you guys, Dave, everybody, like everybody in chat.
sure.
We're just trying to figure this shit out. That's what we're doing.
Dave, I appreciate how much you're I appreciate Dave. I just want to say this. Dave gets shit. You hit me up sometimes, and I feel like the community does give you shit for just kind of saying what you see. So I respect and I admire that you do that and you stick to it. And, you know, you have footage.
We are on an adventure to find
We're on
stuff
the same
out,
journey.
and it's picking up right now. So, like, I appreciate anybody comes in here. I will be myself every single time. I will say exactly what I see, and it's never an argument. It's just let's talk. Let's talk.
You're gonna reckon it. I get it, man.
Oh, show.
Love you
all right,
guys.
This
Love
is
you, man.
love you guys too. Much love to
For
the
sure.
chat. Enjoy my earlier I played a fart song, and this is another one. This is completely inappropriate for the stream, but it's silly and enjoy.
Feliz Navidad, Feliz Navidad, Feliz Navidad, próspero año y felicidad. Feliz Navidad, Feliz
Thanks guys for coming out.
Navidad,
Feliz Navidad, everybody.
Feliz Navidad, próspero año y felicidad. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas from the bottom of my heart. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas from the bottom of my heart. Feliz Navidad.
Oh, somebody stepping a duck.
Feliz Navidad. Feliz Navidad, próspero año y felicidad. Feliz Navidad,